Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Who the Hell Asked stream. In this case, I'm your host Slade, and Byron and I have been teasing this for a little while, but
Yep.
today we are doing a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tier list of all 96 courses. So,
Oh
oh my
dear
god,
God. All 96, yep. Uh Mario Kart 8 Wii U tracks, Mario Kart 8 Wii U DLC tracks, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC tracks, the booster course pass, all of them are here. Everyone
yep.
is here.
So everybody get comfortable because this could be a long one. And to
Yep.
help me and Byron get through this slog of a stream, we have Yoshi Phoenix here with us as well, as you can see.
Why, hello there. Glad to be here again. Can't believe you guys dragged me in for Mario Kart, of course.
Yep,
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely. You know, all things aside, I think it's great that we're finally at the end of all of our Mario Kart 8 tracks coming out in terms of like DLC and stuff like
Yeah.
that. We finally have the full game after what has it been 10 years since
I
the game's
think
original
9
release?
I think it's going to be 10 years next year.
Is it
9 years.
9
Do we-
years of
Do we
Mario.
count the Wii U?
Yes, we
Yes,
count the Wii U.
absolutely
Yes.
we count.
Yes, we count the
But-
Wii U. We're doing the Wii U tracks as well. So, look, we're counting them all, Yoshi. We're counting it. We're counting. I know,
count the years.
I know, like us, Scott the Woz, and like every other Nintendo collector has a Wii U. But come on, man.
Yeah, so thankfully we are finally done. Hopefully this means they've moved on to the next Mario Kart game that they're recording. My fingers are crossed.
Yeah, they are guaranteed. But
Because it's just like, I've had enough Mario Kart 8 for one lifetime, I'm sorry.
yeah, but
Like, game's great, but 9 years
speaking
is a long
of
time.
Mario Kart, so we have all 96 tracks. So Slade, what is the criteria that we will be trying to use for tiering all of these tracks collectively?
Okay,
By the way,
so this is going to be a collective tier list. So we're going to grade out the average
Mhm.
of all three of our opinions. So
Yes.
that way it's not heavily skewed towards one of us or the other. Though we might try to convince each other of our opinions of it, have a little bit of a debate just for fun.
or we might agree on some tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But the 5 points for criteria we came up with are aesthetic, how good a track looks, music, how great the music or remixes in the case of some of the tracks are,
Mhm.
the quality of the tracks themselves, how it plays and is it fun, the track's balance. So based on what position you start the race in, how does it go in terms of what place are you expected to finish in terms of like, does it favor people who are behind or is it a bagging course? We have some opinions there, what we think of bagging, and our own personal opinions as our fifth piece of criteria. So
Yep.
obviously this is going to be a very subjective tier list. We may or may not agree with where you would have these tracks personally, but who the hell asked? We certainly didn't ask you, so we don't care.
God damn. All right,
So
let's start it
get
off.
into this.
Yeah, let's kick it off. Let's kick it into gear with Mario Kart Stadium, the very first track in the game. I don't think you can rate it anything other than just middle of the road, decent. It's the starter track of the game. It showcases the big new features, and it's like the basic track. It's fine. It's nothing special. It's okay. It's decent. In my
I agree
opinion.
with that. I do think it's rather okay. I do think the track looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
I kind of like the night stadium atmosphere, and it does a good job showing off the anti-grav mechanic and all that. But
Yeah.
really, outside of that, it's pretty standard as far as first track in the game. Like
Yeah.
pretty much, it's series stable. I think it's okay. I'm inclined to agree. I think the decent tier is where I will put this. What do you think, Yoshi?
Yeah, same way. It's like the free spot in the middle of a bingo board.
Yeah.
it's nothing special. It's nothing. It's not bad. It's not good. It's there. It's anyone can play. Anyone can have a good
Yeah.
time. It's not. It doesn't favor one person doing this or that. It's just racing.
Yeah, when you see when you see it online, you'll be like, okay, all right. If it gets
like,
picked,
fair
cool.
enough.
Fair enough. All right, we have.
Good track for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and place that in decent.
Yeah.
Like I said, outside of the first, like quote unquote nisk at the beginning, where you take turn a little bit sharp to the grass. Not really a whole lot of skill expression there. It's just an okay track.
Nisk, no item shortcut, by the way.
Yes, nisk is no item shortcut for sure.
Next up, we have good old Water Park. Where are we putting this one?
I personally think that this is a really good track. I don't think it's an amazing track by any means, but I think this track looks very pretty.
It does.
I think it has a solid enough soundtrack. It's not exactly, it comes at you like it's incredible, but like I said, I think this is a pretty good track. I just don't think I would put it in great. But I do think it's a step up from Mario Kart Stadium. I don't know if we're going to order this tier list.
I mean, we
might
should.
as well while we're at it.
But
for now, let's just go ahead and put it in the tiers we think they're going to. But like I said, pretty good track. I think pretty good and decent. They're same tier, right? That's
I'm gonna put. I feel like Water Park is like Mario Kart Stadium. It's decent. It's fine. It's nothing special. It does kind of have a generic name. It could have had a better name than just Water Park.
Fair enough.
But hey, the water though, splash.
The water.
Okay, so we all agree it's decent.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. It's like Mario Kart Stadium. It's fine. It's nothing special. Nothing too fancy.
All right. So now we're on the first track where I think it's actually really aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, agreed.
Sweet Canyon.
Yeah, love the sweets theme to it.
Yeah, very, very pretty track. Personally, don't care too much for the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, it's prettiest track so far of the starting tracks. I also think it is a pretty decent track overall in terms of like drifting skill and all that. Not any like crazy shortcuts or anything. There's a shroom cut at the end, but I think overall this is a pretty good track. I'm willing to even say it's great. What do you guys think?
I've got it in my quote unquote good tier just because the aesthetic carries it a bit more. Because we don't see a sweets themed track too often in Mario Kart, and that is a theme personally I like. And there's another track that has a incredible theme we'll get to way later. But
yeah,
what about you, Yoshi?
I would say like this is like the first track out of the first few that like that breaks the norm. In any older Mario Kart game, you get like the normal raceway track. Second course is maybe a castle, but like from Mario Kart 7 onwards, you gotta have like a water to show the underwater mechanic as well. This is a non-tutorial like unique first track in the Mushroom Cup.
You also have the split paths too, which is pretty nice as well.
Yeah, continuing to show off that
not too much different from each other. It is pretty nice to have that option.
Yeah, continuing to show off that anti-grav mechanic.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and put this in great for now. I don't know if you guys agree, but spoilers, most of these tracks are probably going to go into the top half of the list. To me, there's no truly horrible tracks in this game.
We'll see.
But I think there's a lot of decent to really good tracks.
We'll see about that. Next track, good old Thwomp Ruins. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of this one?
Okay, so I personally like the aesthetic, but I also don't think it's like really great like Sweet Canyon.
Yeah.
That aside, I don't really care for this track too much. I think they had some creative things like with the ramp off to the side at the end and stuff like that. And then like there is a Nisk at the very start that you could take with like the ramp off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
But really outside of that, I don't personally care for this track. I feel like the thwomps themselves are basically a non-factor.
Well, sometimes.
No, I think almost all the time, because if you're driving like the lines correctly, essentially they never impact the race in any way, shape, or form. And it's the same with the wheel that, comes off towards the beginning as well.
Yeah, I mean, that wheel only goes, for anyone that's greedy enough to take the last, middle. And even then, like, you're either faster than it, you're not going to get hit by it half the time.
And I'm pretty sure you could finesse your way in between the wheel and like towards one of the walls of the ramp, so like you're safe anyway. So like, yeah, I think that personally this track would be at the bottom of decent, maybe even top of okay. Because it's an inoffensive track, right? It's not like I hate this track, oh my god. But like I don't feel like it does anything to really bring itself up.
It's
there.
okay, and it's also very forgettable as well.
I want to put it. From my personal tier list, I have it in quote meh, in the meh tier.
Is that your bottom, or is that your like?
That's my second from the bottom.
Okay, so
like below decent, below decent.
Okay,
so yeah,
I think that's where I would put it. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, so above bad, under decent. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now we have Mario Circuit, which is our second Mario themed course.
Yeah.
Doesn't Mario get enough circuits?
The anti-grav pretty well for the most part.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like the course itself, it is a bit of a better course than Mario Kart Stadium. Not exactly by a whole lot, though. I think it has some things that I like. Like, for example, it's a somewhat drift-heavy course, which personally I love those.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like the piranha plants and the Goombas and the ramps aren't really too impactful for the most part. But this is a course you could kind of go crazy with shrooms on. I don't know. Let me get your guys' opinions. What do you guys think?
It's the most memorable one. Remember, it was in Smash.
That is true. This course is in Smash.
It was in Smash Brothers.
It's definitely a basic track, but
yeah, very basic. Not kind of forgettable.
Like I kind of want to put it personally for me. I kind of want to put it in the same tier as Thwomp Ruins, in my opinion. It's better. It's better than Thwomp Ruins, but not by too much.
Is it better than like Water Park or Mario Kart Stadium? Is it in that same level? Because we could bump those down too.
Honestly, I'd rather play Water Park or Mario Stadium than Mario Circuit.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, this game got a better Mario Circuit later on, in my opinion.
That is.
I think
that's 100% true.
I like that this is a recreation of like the Figure 8 track from Mario Kart DS, but slightly better. I actually know I thought the Figure 8 originally was better than this.
Yeah, so I'm putting it in the meh, in the meh tier.
Okay, this is unordered for right now, so we're gonna put after Thwomp Ruins here and okay. Alrighty, Toad Harbor.
Ooh.
So now we have a city-themed course, which is quite nice. I guess it's more of a harbor town.
Yeah.
I mean harbor, limo. I think this is a really good course, personally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you got lots of decisions at the start, whether you go for the left ramp to get onto the scaffolding at the top there.
Yeah.
Or you go for the inside drift underneath by going on the bridge. Or if you're really good, you could take the ramp to the bridge, get 2 items, and then take the bottom path. It's absolutely great. So I also love the bit with the trolley and then like kind of like either going to the left or the right. You also have the anti-grav to the left there, but spoilers, nobody ever goes up there unless you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and like I think you can bounce off of the trolley cars?
Yes.
So if you are fast enough on lap 1, it's basically guaranteed.
That's crazy.
That you go for the ramp to the bounce off the trolley. And then you have a nice little shrimp cut at the end there. Personally, this is a great course for me. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, this is really good. I know, like you said, like going up the walls near the end is pretty bad, but like, honestly, it's good just to if you're front. I don't want to say front right. You're like in the middle of the pack, trying to get away from everybody because everyone's gonna be taking that small cut or turn.
All the chaos.
Yeah, so there's like a safe area, and you get a free item for doing that too.
Plus coins too, if you're coin collecting as well.
So it's like a nice safe option. So you can either go safe, or you can be a little bit more risky and stay on like the actual path. You can decide on that near the end on
I
what
guess
you
you
want to do.
can measure risk reward a little bit, though. To me personally, the wall path just loses too much time compared to just going inside.
That's why it's completely safe though.
True.
It's safe, but like, does the risk outweigh the reward? And I think it does not in this case. I think the reward is well worth the risk every time. But it's still nice to have that option, right? Which is another reason why this course is so good. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I personally think it's a great course, but that's just me.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah. I would agree with that assessment. Put it in my quote unquote good tier, which would be the same as your great tier.
Excellent.
Yeah, agreed on that one.
Moving on to Twisted Mansion, another aesthetically pleasing course in my mind. I think this is one of the courses that does the horror theme the best.
Out of everything, honestly.
Like for the Boo Mansion. I like the music quite a bit too. I think it just nails it on all the fronts. And I think, both of the shroom cuts, the one towards the beginning and the one towards the end, are quite nice. Especially the one towards the end, kind of requiring a bit more like thoughtfulness into it, because like it's really easy to mess up if you aren't paying attention, or if somebody else is there with like items and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
I think this is a really good course personally. And then you also have options because the path splits as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd agree it's a pretty fun track, pretty good track. I do like, if I want a spooky theme course though, I do DS Luigi's Mansion all the way for me, but for 8, Twisted Mansion is pretty good. I would say that, yeah.
I like how it really incorporates every, mechanic in the game, and they mix it up a little bit with the bouncing floors, not the bouncing floors.
Oh god, yeah,
curvy floors, and all that.
Yeah,
like
no, absolutely. Kind of reminds me of the Twisted Hallway and Ocarina of Time and stuff like that from the Forest Temple. But no, overall, like I said, I personally think this is maybe a bottom of great, but still great course. I don't think it's like something I would put in decent. I think it's above that.
Yeah, it is definitely a good track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to put in decent a little bit, but like it's a good decent course. It's better than what we have, but like I'm not sure it's that amazing.
We're gonna rename decent to good. I've changed my mind. Okay, and then this is gonna be order. I'm gonna start ordering it now because this is borderline. We're gonna put it at the top of good for now. Alrighty.
All right, I guess we.
Guy Falls. So I think this is a course that everybody forgets about.
Yeah.
But to me, this course is actually a pretty good course. I would even almost go as far as to say excellent. I will say, I feel like this course, with fire hopping in mind, is much better in the original Mario Kart 8 Wii U release versus the the Switch release. But that's a skill expression thing. We're going to make this tier list based off their Switch versions.
Yes.
I think this is a really good course that people kind of sleep on. I like the water section towards the beginning, leading into like the waterfall, the flying section to the cave. And then you also have like the shroom cut there at the very end. I think this course does a lot of pretty nice things, personally.
I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Shy Guy Falls. It's like, oh, it's a canyon track of Shy Guys. Okay. Cool. It's got a fun little waterfall section. I like that. That's about it. Honestly, for me.
It's a little fun and wacky, but like in terms of just racing on it, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those type of tracks that if you get a lead on it and there's no real nuisance happening to you, you just win for free. There's no
courses like that for sure, and this is one of them.
Yeah, like I kind of want to put it in quote meh tier, honestly.
That's kind of, I don't know.
It's a little harsh though.
That low. Yeah, I would be like, Because me personally, it's like bottom of great or top of good, but like maybe below Twisted Mansion, but above Water Park. But I would never put in okay. I don't know. What do you think,
Like-
Yoshi?
If I was looking at your tier list, so I'll put between like Mario Kart or Water Park. Honestly, it's like it's better than Mario Story. Mario Story, of course, everything might be, but like it's not like if I see it online, I would pick it type of
So
thing.
that's two of us in good, and then one of us in meh/okay. I think for the sake of balance, there we put it probably at the
Hot.
bottom of good
Yeah.
for now. Even though I personally think it's better than Mario Kart Stadium, but
I just don't get excited. Speaking of a track, though, I can get excited about fucking Sunshine Airport. Awesome track. There we go. It's awesome.
Byron, elaborate. Why do you think
awesome.
it's the best course ever?
It's a theme that we don't really get to see too often, if ever, in Mario Kart. We're on an airport. There's so many fun little references. Though there is one thing I don't like about the track, and you probably know what it is. The weird, like the music or sounds will like go out when like the airplane is.
That's the only problem with it. It's a good soundtrack too, so it sucks that it gets cut out.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean, I can
why?
understand that. It's because, like, it's a plane coming by, so, like...
It's Mario, though! Realism shouldn't matter!
I think they try to have, like, that aesthetic going for it, for fun.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm going to be that guy. The ramp at the end, going into the final stretch, actually fucking sucks. I said it. There's so many things that go wrong in that one section.
Wait, are you talking about
completely ruined your ramp.
Are you talking about the thing with the boxes?
The one at the very end after the large turn, where there's the plane there.
Like at the very beginning, near the beginning.
Yeah, not the one at the start, because the one at the start's perfectly fine. I actually have no problems with it. I don't care for the very last ramp, personally. The one where you could, like, hit the airplane and trick off the airplane. To me, it's just, there's way too many ways to get absolutely screwed there. But I guess it is kind of cool that you could get, like, banana snipes there, too. So, like, I don't know. To me, this is still a great course overall.
I mean, before the shock or lightning item like nerf, it was a scary track.
Yeah, absolutely. The lightning or shock nerf, as you said, definitely helped this course out quite a bit. 'Cause let me tell you, there is nothing. This is like some Wario Stadium 64 levels of hostage situation. It was pretty awful.
God, that track
still think this course is great. I almost guarantee you guys Byron's putting it in the top of his tier list.
I'm putting it in awesome, but I know since we're doing the combined tier list,
it's great. I'll
put it in the great tier for our combined tier list.
Okay, so we're gonna put it in great. I'm gonna put it probably above these two, even though I think the other two courses are better.
You might as well
because Byron's probably got it as his GOAT.
So just slightly tiered, or you might as well like push Toad Harbor up a little bit more.
I'm just putting them in the order we're talking about, to be honest.
So maybe we put Toad Harbor up top, and then Sunshine in the middle, and Sweet Sweet. I like that. Alrighty. So I just want to start with Dolphin Shoals before we get too deep into it.
Mm-hmm.
This song track slaps hard. It is one of the best of the entire game. This track is not very good outside of it, but the song track absolutely is amazing.
The track's not. You're not wrong.
This track is absolutely boosted by its own. It's playing right now, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's so good. Especially when you get out of the water, that jazz starts hitting. Oh my god.
That's great. That's one thing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did well, was the music.
That being said, this course is straight up cheeks, in my opinion.
It's hot garbage, honestly.
Yeah, like, to me, like, I'm not going to put it in bad, because, like, I feel like it looks very pretty. Like, aesthetics is one of our, like, tiering things, right?
And
it has, to me, a top 5 soundtrack in this entire game. Bar none. Easily. So, to me, this is going in okay. but it's like very bottom of okay.
Yeah,
I
because
can't
like
put it in bad when it meets our aesthetic criteria, knocks out of the park, and it meets our music criteria.
Look,
it also knocks.
I will say this: I would prefer to go to Dolphin Shoals over Thwomp Ruins or Mario Circuit, or maybe hell, even Shy Guy Falls. Personally, for
You
me.
said it.
Personally,
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
It's definitely a skip track if I see it.
Yeah, like if
No,
there's
it is for me, too.
better tracks, absolutely. If there's not, like, hey.
I mean, out of the three, Swamp Ruins, Mario Circuit, and then Dolphin Shoals, I think I still would skip Dolphin regardless.
I think I'd pick Mario Circuit, then Dolphin, and then like Swamp Ruins. I just never pick.
Okay,
if it was those three.
but we do have it.
But honestly, I'm picking random every time.
But
do you guys agree the bottom of okay? Because again, the aesthetic and the music slaps too hard to put it in bad. It's just not right.
I'll put it in meh/okay tier.
Yeah, like I said, those are two of our 5 major, criteria. It can't slap in both of those categories and then be called a bad track. All right, another track that slaps aesthetically and musically, Electrodome.
Yeah, good old Electrodrome.
Oh man, I got the same opinions with this one as Dolphin Shoals.
All right, go ahead. Open the floor. Open the floor, Yoshi.
The floor is yours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dance track. Oh baby. Okay. So like, just like Dolphin Shoals, it looks nice. The music is nice. I don't like the turns or how it plays or just anything on this track, honestly.
Well, I also imagine that because you're an inside drifter, this is 100% outside drifting course by like a country mile of top close.
I guess that's an opinion right there. I can put in there too in the word. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the anti-gravity of this track.
Yeah, I do think
Like,
the anti-gravity's kind of
it kind of
pointless.
it forces you to like a certain corner, you know? In a way.
Yeah. I would still pick it over Shy Guy Falls any day of the week.
I'm gonna be completely honest. To me, it's a great course. Like, I think it has most of the criteria. I like it's a really good outside drifting. I guess we should specify course. I think that it looks very good. I think it has a great soundtrack. I also think, the shroom kind of thing is actually quite nice because you actually have to avoid, the pipes a bit. So it's not just brain dead Lamau turn left.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a great course personally. But like I said, we're going to balance this out with our opinions. Byron, what's yours? You're the tie-breaking opinion.
I guess we're going to put it in the middle of the road because it's a good track. It's a good track. I think it's better than some of the tracks we do have in good. I wouldn't rank it in like the great tier. So middle of the road, the good old good
All right,
tier.
So we're gonna put it in the exact middle. To me personally, I would probably put it above Water Park, but I'm thinking we put it below, but above Mario Kart Stadium and Shy Guy Falls.
That's fine.
Look, I'm being a
like I said, the true middle there.
Look, I'm being a little bit lazy with ordering for the on-screen tier list. I'm just like, hey, whatever. I'm just putting them in the order we're talking about them in. So,
and keep in mind, guys, this tier list is fluid. We will adjust as more tracks populate this list.
Next up, good old Mount Wario.
Mount Wario. Alrighty, so I got some opinions.
Open the floor. Open the floor then, son.
Okay, so to start with it, I do think it's nice to have a track that starts at the top of the mountain and ends at the bottom. It's kind of like some SSX tricky kind of style courses. Pretty big fan of the aesthetic and all that. That being said, I don't think the music is great.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of standard affair.
Really?
And I also think that this course punishes you too hard for getting screwed at the beginning, especially with how easy it is to pull red shell in second place as your first fucking item. Like, to me, I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it's a bad course.
Oh wow! Okay, you're crazy, dude.
To front run this track. I think that it's too punishing to get screwed right off the bat. And you're pretty much out of the race for the most part. The rest of the track.
Wow.
And I don't know. I think the section with the ramps going into the trees, while easy for me, it's still kind of dumb overall.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I don't think it's a good course. I would put it in bed.
Wow.
I understand that that's a hot take, but that is my
Wow.
take.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I like the fact that
Yeah.
it is a sections track because we don't get those too often. We'll talk about another section track here in a bit because my eyes are looking at one of them that I want to rant about a little bit later. But
There's one I'm gonna rant about too.
oh my god.
Oh, all right.
But,
It's probably the same one.
Yeah.
But I think Mount Wario is a fun track. It's a great theme. It uses the section track. I think like some of the best in the entire franchise because you are going from the top of a mountain downward. So I think that's pretty good. I would put it in good tier personally.
Okay. So now Yoshi, the floor is yours.
I'm just shocked on your guys' opinions on it. But like, I'm not saying it's good or great or anything. Well, yeah, that's it. I'm surprised you didn't like the music. I'm just like one of the main music that gets meme on the most, along with Dolphin Shoals or Electrodome. That's like the top three.
Coconut Mall.
Okay, I want to preface. I didn't say the music, I just said it was okay. To me, it's just kind of forgettable. But that's just my take.
True. Aesthetically, it's amazing. Music, I think is fine as is. It definitely Mount Wario type of thing.
It's kind of like a snowboarding down like a mountain and stuff. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's great. I guess I think as a whole, I think you guys get your opinions right on it. Like saying like it's a very punishing track, and it's like a flower cup track.
No,
too.
this is Star Cup.
This is Star Cup. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, this is Star Cup. Yep.
Okay, so like it really is funny. Even at the start, if you get red, you're done. If you hit a wall, you might just be finished. Under the icicles. You hit a tree, you're done. There's a lot of points where you just There's a lot of points where it stops you and like you lose the race. There's no way for you to catch up because there's no shortcuts, of course. I mean, kind of this one.
Yeah, there's this little bit where you like towards the middle where you like ramp off into the floor section. You could like jump over a gap, land on a boost panel, take that. It's quicker than all the other ones, but that's so minuscule compared to like some of the other cuts in this game.
Yeah, so this like it's not really a rewarding. I mean, yeah, it's not really a rewarding type of track. It's a good on paper track. It's not a good on concept track.
Also, that bit in the cave where you go down like the waterfall section feels incredibly jank at times.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
But am I taking this as you would also put it in good, Yoshi?
Yeah. Or actually, no. I'll say it's okay. Honestly, like top of okay.
All right. So for our combo tier list, it's going in meh. Okay.
Yeah, we're putting it in okay.
All right.
Alrighty, Cloud Top Cruise.
Yep, that's right.
Oh man,
it's okay.
This is another one.
It's fine. It's like it's a cloud. It's like a new Super Mario Brothers Cloud World in a track. So it's okay.
I do think it looks pretty, especially like when you jump from the start into like the thunder cloud, where like it starts electrocuting like the boost panels. And
that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I do not like this track though. Honestly, like I almost always pick other tracks. Like honestly, if Cloud Top Cruise is up, I'm probably picking everything on this list but Mount Wario over it.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
That being said, I don't know if I would say it's bad, but it's like a bottom of okay for me at like best.
Wow.
I think it's an okay course.
The music is nice. It reminds me of Mario Galaxy.
I do get that kind of vibe. Yeah.
As a track, hey guys, it's the new version of the airship level from DS.
Airship Fortress. Airship Fortress is goated, by the way.
This is your second airship level. that is very. I like how the airship is like the main image, and you're only on there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, true. Well, the track is called Cloud Top Cruise, to be fair.
True.
True.
Like it is essentially New Super Mario Brothers World 7 distilled in a track.
As a track on its own, it's very bland.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really has nothing going for it aside from its aesthetics, honestly.
Yeah.
I will say I kind of do dig how chaotic it gets at the end.
Yeah.
With the leaf ramp and stuff like that. But that's like the one positive I feel like I could really point to.
Do you really count it? Because that's only a shortcut too. So it's like everyone takes that cut aside from the normal path. At that point, that turn at the it doesn't exist.
The other shit, like you're scared and you never
So basically, we're agreeing as a collective to put it in meh. Okay.
Yeah.
Bottom of okay for me.
All right. I'm about to hit with a hot take for my personal tier list, and don't worry. At the end of the video, after we're done with this, we'll make our own individual tier list and we'll put them at the end of the video for you viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. Or we'll put images in the link, however we want to go about it.
Bone Dry Dunes is fucking trash. This track is garbage. I've never personally been a big fan of desert tracks, but it's got a couple cool things. It's got the cave section with the dry bones, and and at one point you can go either towards one path where you just ride the desert, or you ride up what looks like to be like a rib cage or something, like some buried bones. That's cool. That's it. For me personally, I think it's terrible.
All right, you had me thinking you were going to come out here with the hot take. This track's actually not that bad.
It's not great.
This track actually is kind of cheeks for the most part. Now, the aesthetic is actually kind of nice. I kind of get what they were going for with the whole it's kind of like prehistoric dry bones and dry Bowser and stuff like that, all dug up. It's kind of neat in that regard, but really outside of that, I don't care for any of the turns, especially the one where it gets into the split 2 pass, and then there's the correct path with the ramps.
The correct path.
And then there's the clearly wrong path that takes God knows how long.
The clearly wrong path, brother.
And then you have a ridiculous shroom cut at the end that basically just turns the entire beginning and into this big mushroom section.
Yeah.
I don't know. The course is just not good.
It's also a very punishing track as well, especially at the middle part where you get the splits, like you said, going the wrong way or the right way. If you try and go the right way the entire time, the game tries to stop you by having the piranha plants as close to you as possible.
Yeah.
Trying to divert you from going that way.
I did how the piranha plants were bony though.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Absolutely.
And then I love how there's a bonus area near the end that most people can't get to unless they know of hitting that little sound dune to bounce yourself up to it.
Yeah, that bonus area. Oh,
I think I've only ever been up there once in my life.
Same. Same. Or very rarely do you get up there, so it feels pointless.
And I expected this would be a good path, free item, you get an extra item, sure. It's not worth it because not only is it still slippery above that area, where you land is not, you land to a turn, so you have to be on point, ready for it.
It also screws up if you're trying to take the shroom cuts afterwards too. So there's just nothing good about going up there.
Yeah.
So Yoshi, what is your placement for this then?
Bottom of okay.
Okay, so Byron and I both have it in bad, bottom okay. So I think this is going to be our first bad course.
Yep, our first bad/terrible, get it out of here course.
I agree with that, actually.
All right.
Bowser's Castle.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So,
wait, hold
Yoshi
on.
Probably has some opinion on this.
Yeah, I heard Yoshi groan. Here's the floor. Talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard the groan. So what's groan worthy about Bowser's Castle for you?
Honestly, I don't like this Bowser's Castle. I like how we keep going back to aesthetic, but like that's gonna end sooner or later. It definitely looks and feels like a Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, like I
That's
love
what makes it great.
Like, I love the opening where, like, as you're about to start, the gate opens. I fucking love the tiny details like that. That's so good.
Oh, absolutely.
But once you go in, however, everything just is in your face immediately. Of course, the first lap it seems fine and everything, but you got some sharp turns, from right to left almost immediately. It's even hard for it inward. Right? I mean, I want to say, in general.
See, that would I never have problems with this course.
The swinging ball, chain and ball thing.
Yeah,
it's
that is kind of frustrating sometimes.
Yeah,
it's so weird. I mean, I get it, but like, I feel like half the time, almost everybody's getting hit by it as soon as you turn to that area. Honestly, it's just curvy. I'll say that it's a lot of sharp turns and there's a lot of curvy turns. You have to be on your toes at all times, basically. The end is boring, however, though. There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
You have a mushroom.
Off a bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Aside from that, the giant Bowser statue is nice.
Yeah,
I like how he punches down and hit the boost panel. So if you miss that or you avoid his punch, guess what? You're punished for that.
Yeah, I like that actually. I like it. The returning from Mario Kart Wii, kind of. So I assume, Yoshi, you think it's a bad, terrible track.
I wouldn't say it's bad. It's okay.
It's
blasphemy. I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. Okay, so first let's also talk about the soundtrack. This is a top 3 soundtrack in the game for free. I think we all agree that Bowser's Castle just goes dummy nuts with like the guitar and everything.
Okay,
like that.
there is a Bowser's Castle we'll get to later that I think is better. Musically.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think this is the best Bowser's Castle in the world or even the best one in this game or the series, but like I do think that this is a really good track. I think they hit the aesthetics perfectly, make you feel like you're actually Bowser's Castle. Byron brought up the gate opening, gives you that sense of like awe.
Yeah.
So you get in there. And I think the traps is actually what makes this course go, honestly. I know Yoshi is kind of frustrated with some of them, like the chain ball and stuff like that, but I feel like they just really work well for the track overall.
I feel like it makes sense for it, but like, yeah.
Yeah, to me, this is like probably the second highest course I would rate on our list so far, only behind Toad Harbor.
Wow.
It's a great course in my opinion. I think it just goes nuts.
I think I would put it probably in good. It's fun. It's probably at the very top of good on my personal tier list. Because it is a fun Bowser's Castle. There obviously are better ones, not only in this game, but in the rest of the series. But in terms of the tracks, like in terms of base Mario Kart 8, just if we were talking the OG 16, this is probably one of the best courses in the OG 16. Or in the OG 16 new tracks. And I assume then for our combined list, we're putting it in good then, basically.
Yeah, so you have it top of good. Yeah. I have it in great. Yoshi has it in okay. Yeah. This is going to go more towards the middle half of good. I'm thinking above Water Park or after Water Park. It's one of these two.
Above.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to do it. Modern Rainbow Road is bad, terrible.
Whoa.
Agreed. Yeah, it's probably my least favorite Rainbow Road.
I will say this, it is the worst Rainbow Road in this game.
Like, it has the Rainbow Road, but it doesn't feel like Rainbow Road. It doesn't feel like I'm getting my ass whooped enough.
I think it does at the start and the middle, or not at the start and at the end, but in the middle, not really. I'm absolutely with you there.
Like, I want a Rainbow. Like, Rainbow Road is supposed to be one of the hardest courses in the whole, like, new set of courses. And I feel like this Rainbow Road doesn't kick your ass enough.
Yeah, the cut that you take towards the middle where, like, you drift off the top path to go onto the bottom path, you think that would be, like, a hard cut, but it's actually,
it's
like,
easy.
the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Even Byron doesn't. He's a super casual.
Okay, I wouldn't call myself a super casual. Come the fuck on, Slade. What the fuck?
Throwing shade.
What the fuck?
It has this. I mean, it is called Rainbow Road, but I feel like it's like in quotation, technically quotation.
It's the Weenie Hut Junior of Rainbow Road.
It is the worst Rainbow Road.
Yes.
It is a road.
Yeah, it's the worst Rainbow Road in this
rainbows.
game, and probably the worst Rainbow Road in the series.
Music is bad. Aesthetically, is bad.
Well, I like the idea of, like, the space theme, but again, there's other Rainbow Roads have done it better.
All right, look, but is it so bad that we're really going to put it down here with Bone Dry Dunes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it that bad?
It's above.
It's really close. It's at the very best. It's at the bottom of meh okay for me. But
see, that's what
like,
I was going to say. It's meh okay.
I feel like it's above.
Like it's going into bad no matter what I
like,
say.
It might be maybe like top of bad. You know, it's like the gatekeeper.
Yeah. Gatekeeper of bad. Yeah, it is the most forgettable Rainbow Road in the entire series, and that's not a good thing considering, you know, how impactful.
Yeah, there's 4 other Rainbow Roads in this game alone that are better.
Yeah.
So from every standpoint. But now we're getting on to the OG retro tracks that we got for this game. So Moo Moo Meadows. Fun track, nice, easy, good track. I'd pick it over a lot of the other tracks in meh, okay, bad, terrible. So I'll put it personally in good. I liked it in Mario Kart Wii. It was a fun enough track in that game. I like it in Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. It's a fun track. It's
a neat track for sure.
Yep.
It's neat. As a inward drifter, I gotta bring this up every time at this point. It's one of the best tracks for it, since all the turns are like it's not too wide, it's not too wide, not too thin. Like, it's enough for Marker 8's version of inward, drifting. You know, it's perfect for it.
Yeah.
But like, it's Moo Moo Meadows though. It's basic.
It's fun.
They tried to update it from the Wii version, but I kind of feel like the Wii version did it better, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. It's one of those tracks that definitely felt like a step down from the original. But I still think it is a good track. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I think there's some good things here, and I think it's a nice little relaxing, track.
Yeah, right? I haven't played the Wii version in God knows how long, so I don't have an opinion on like Wii version versus like 8 Deluxe's version, but it's still a fun track regardless. It's good. You'll pick it over a lot of other tracks.
Yeah,
it's definitely I feel like it's the better Mario Kart Stadium.
All right, so what do you think? Below Electrodome, above Electrodome? Because that's where I'm feeling.
I pick it over Electrodome, but like, I don't know. How about you?
Okay, Byron, what do you think? Above or below?
I
think it's above.
I would pick it above Electrodrome. Yeah.
Honestly, I might even put it above Water Park. What do you guys think about that?
Yes.
Actually true, yeah.
Yeah, but not above Bowser's Castle for me. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and again, this on-screen tier list, at least that you viewers on YouTube are seeing, will not be in order because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So
I'm ordering it because I feel like instead of going back to it later at the end, it's better to just do it like this.
Fair enough.
All right, we got GBA, or otherwise known as Retro Mario Circuit.
Oh God, yeah. Oh.
That's a sleeper for me.
Well, Retro GBA Mario Circuit, because spoilers, there's another Mario Circuit later.
That is true.
There's another one.
Yeah, this course is very to me. I think the anti-grav section might as well have not existed.
Yeah.
Like at all. I think it's just like, they wanted to slap in like an anti-grav section with a ramp somewhere in the middle there. outside of hopping over the tires at the end, like not really doing too much
Yeah.
to like really reward like driving or anything like that. And you could go pretty nuts with shrooms here too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, this is probably one of the more forgettable retro tracks in the entire game.
Yeah, like the only thing that really makes it like stand out is the anti-grav section, but yeah, it could have just not existed. I would pick some of this Mario circuit over some of these other tracks in meh. Okay.
I know it's a competitive Mario Kart staple too.
Yeah,
So,
competitive in
mean-
the clan wars. The
Yeah,
6v6s.
I mean, even I don't even say it's like a popular like competitive track. Like this is like a hey, we're losing. We pick this one, but like no
Yeah.
one will like actively want to play on this
Like,
track.
It's okay. It's okay. There's a better Mario circuit
yes.
that were
100%.
would you prefer GBA Mario Circuit or regular Mario Circuit? That's
Well,
a
we get
hot
to that.
question. That's a hot,
We'll
hot
get to that.
question.
We'll get to that. So
But-
personally, this is going in okay for me.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably put it
At the
above
bottom.
Dolphin Shoals, but below Mario Circuit. But wherever you guys want to put it.
I would put it under Cloud Top. I think I'd rather play Cloud Top than Mario Circuits.
Wow, really?
Okay, Byron, what do you think?
I would play GBA Mario Circuit more than like most of the other okay tracks besides maybe Mount Wario personally, but
So it's going
Okay,
like in the middle.
compromise time. It goes between Dolphin and Cloud Top. Okay. Alrighty, now we got Cheap Beach,
Ooh.
which I feel like this is a course people sleep on. It's not a very picked course for the most part.
It's
But I
there.
do think it does some neat things. I like the middle section with being able to shroom past the underwater area or get, be on land.
Yep.
And I think like drifting back and forth on here is actually pretty neat with like the obstacles and stuff to avoid, like the crabs.
yeah, big fan, by the way. This track, big fan.
I think it's a good course. I think it is a good course. Do I think it's a great course? Absolutely not. I think it's just something that like we forget about more often than not. But I do think it is a good course.
Okay, I guess I'll be the DS stan. I like a lot of DS tracks. Cheap Beach is great. I think it's great.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it's a great course.
How would you
I
compare
wouldn't put it
though?
as like my upper echelon, like oh my god, like top 10 tracks, but I think it's a great course. Personally.
Fair enough. Yoshi, what do you think, buddy?
It's okay at best for me, at the very least. I feel like it's definitely a better water track than most of the days, honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't even call this a water track mostly.
It's a
like,
beach track.
It's a
Yeah.
beach course. It's like Peach Beach. There is some water sections, but it's
Yeah, but I just feel like it's just this is the one time I feel like the track just feels too small compared to like most of the other
track
tracks.
is too small. I 100% agree.
Like this is the one time I wish it was like a little bit wider, or at least extend it a little bit.
Mhm.
Like because I feel like half the track, half the track is getting cut anyway due to war. No one goes through like after the ramp near the middle. No one goes on the dry land area ever. No one goes that
that's
way.
true. Everyone's in the water, so like that stuff might as well not be there. It's filler. I will say that when I say this is a good track, I didn't have it towards the top of good. It was more towards the bottom of good. I think this is still a decent track. I think the thing is though, there's so many other tracks that I would pick over it that I could be convinced that it's merely okay. Because like, I don't think there's any tracks that I currently have in good right now that I wouldn't pick over Cheap Beach.
Mhm.
So Byron has it as a great course.
Yeah.
And Yoshi has it as okay, and I barely have it in good. I think barely having it in good
Mhm.
is like
low good, yeah.
Yeah, low good or top of okay. This is going to be fluid based on what else we put in here. But I do think this is probably where it belongs.
Alrighty, next up, Toad's Turnpike from Mario Kart 64.
Inside Drifter's wet dream, to say the least. I don't know. This is to me a step down from the original. I think,
Oh,
especially
100%.
mirror mode got killed, but like it's one of those tracks I want to like, but I feel like it's just not the same, and that makes it worse in every way.
I think
Yeah.
based on the original, there's like a lot more cars. The street was a lot more skinnier. And this is the one time I actually wish it was a smaller track too. As well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
like-
of crazy.
I think it's okay. It's nothing exciting. Like, I'll pick it over some other tracks, but there are other
Mhm.
tracks I would rather play on than Toad's Turnpike.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it doesn't add anything really new. It's just like a few small turns. Half the time you're just on the corner anyway.
Yeah, you're just riding the hell out of the wall.
Yeah.
Like the cars doesn't really impact anything unless you just I don't know. You just drunk driving. No, I'm just
Or you suck.
Oh my god, don't drink and drive, please.
Don't drink and drive, people.
of course.
Yeah,
But, like-
no, this course isn't good. I would say it's okay. I think we all agreed that it's okay.
They tried to add something by like the little glider. We go over the bridge, which is an automatic
That
thing. By
is-
the way,
that is
I
kinda-
hate that.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, if mirror mode worked like it did in 64, the cars came at you instead of like it just being like flipped. I think that alone would have put it in like awesome. Just because like I don't think people understand just how nuts mirror mode was for the original versus like the original version of this track.
Yeah.
It was absolutely nuts with items and people everywhere. You also had to dodge incoming traffic as well. Like this course was crazy good in mirror mode in the original. It's just criminal that they didn't incorporate
Maybe
it
if
that
we
way.
ever get reverse mode from Tour
Yes.
in the next
Yeah.
Mario Kart, there could be a traffic track where the traffic comes at you instead of you driving with it. That'd be cool.
Like I said, to me, the course is only great if you ride inside drift.
Oh,
But-
I'll also say as a general thing or a balance thing, like of course everyone's getting about the cars, but like even the items can't do anything on this track as much either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the cars like end up blocking like 3/4 of the items anyway, just because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it's merely okay.
Yeah.
I would probably put it right here around Mario Circuit and Dolphin Shoals, probably below both of them. What do you guys think?
I'll say above Mario Circuit though. Mario Circuit is
Yeah.
they're both basic, but like
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
like I said, we all agree that it's okay.
the aesthetic of it is a lot better though. We don't get a lot of night tracks as much.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next course and possibly the biggest comeback course we've talked about this far. Dry desert.
Yep. Dry desert. It's fine. It's meh. It's okay. I've never been the biggest fan of the desert tracks. Desert tracks just don't do anything for me personally. So
Yeah, I do agree that desert tracks overall are weak, but talking about this one specifically.
I'm going to be the GameCube guy. I love Mario Kart Double Dash. The team that Double Dash tracks.
Yeah.
This one out of most of them I feel like is the most cut content from the GameCube.
there's no
Yeah.
like Sarlacc pit monster anymore. That's
There's no
disappointing.
monster. There's no funny tornado that's going
Oh
around the
yeah,
track.
true. I'm
Um,
sad that that's
Except
not
to
there.
make it easier, probably for sure.
Like the whole point of the pit area is that like it's sucking you in, but like in this game you can just if you fall in the pit you can just drive back up. You don't even need a mushroom
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
You're not trapped. You don't lose anything.
Y'all are starting to convince me to put it in bad slash terrible now.
And not only that, but like this track also sucks because like it comes down to like lap 2 and 3, and whether you have shrooms or power items that you could just take over that large gap of off-track sand towards the end. You know what? You've convinced me, Yoshi. This is a bad course.
Like even again back in the original, that huge area would have killed you, or not killed you, but like they would
Voided
like
you
to
out.
what got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, to me, Dry Desert's a bad track. I don't know. Byron, let me hear your take. Where are you putting it? Because I think Yoshi and I agree it's bad.
Bad. Yeah, I got convinced. Cut content. I've never really liked desert tracks anyways. So Bad, terrible tier.
All right, do we think it's top of bad or worse than Rainbow Road or what?
Mmm.
To me, I would almost rather play it than Rainbow Road because this Rainbow Road's
Yeah.
just so forgettable
Yeah,
and generic. It's
I
like, don't
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I
okay.
would at least rather play Dry Desert than
But I'm
Yeah.
also somebody who
MK8
would take
Rainbow
Bone
Road.
Dry over Rainbow Road, so.
So Rainbow Road just goes down.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Donuts Plane 3. So let me just say that it looks very pretty,
Mhm.
but the way this track is made in its remake is
God.
horrible. Like, absolutely
Honestly,
horrible.
that's a problem with most SNES track remakes.
Yeah, but this one has you skipping like a third of the entire track with either shroomless or not. Like, you could do it shroomless. It's really easy to do so once you like get the timing down for like the drift.
Yeah.
But then you cut into the water, and sure, there's the trade-off. You don't get items if you do that.
Yeah.
But you're saving like 5 seconds if you do that. So why wouldn't you do it almost every lap?
Yeah.
Even the item trade-off makes that like cut worth it every time.
Yeah.
Almost. Like, it's just, I don't know. To me, I think the part with the bridge and having to either go at full speed or time a hop
Mhm.
to avoid getting pulled into the water was actually pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm a Super Mario Kart apologist. I think that this course was definitely ruined by its porting in Mario Kart ATX.
Meh. It's
This is
it'd probably be at the top of meh because I would rather play Donut Plains 3 than some of these other tracks that are in our like communal like meh okay tier, but it's still like it's okay. It's
I'll say it's
it's
boring.
it's
too.
a
Yeah, it is boring.
it is a
Absolutely.
SNES track. Most of
Too
them
short.
are not great.
Yeah, most of them.
Keyword most are not great.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and put it in okay here. Personally, it's more towards the bottom for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Above Mario
'cause I know
Circuit.
Above
Byron's got
Mario
towards the top.
Circuit, like
Right about
Yoshi. God, there is a better
Yeah, that'll
Mario
work.
Circuit.
That'll work.
There is a better Mario Circuit in 8 Deluxe. Don't worry.
All right,
But-
finally, we get to talk about what I consider the obligatory, what are the like tracks you should pick every single time, what are the best expressions of skill in this game. Royal Raceway. So this was one of the best 64 courses, and I think they absolutely did it justice in Mario Kart ATX. I think being able to like drift and like boost onto the ramp towards the middle, some of the cuts at the end, like the shroom cut, and just everything about the turns of this course makes it a 10 out of 10 track for competitive and casual play. Is one of the best remakes I think I've ever seen in the entire series in terms of like doing an original track justice. To me, this is my first awesome track that I would put up there. That obviously I had Bowser's Castle up there as well, but we agreed that it's not quite that awesome. I don't know. You guys, what are your opinions?
Oh, 100%. Everything you just said, I completely agree with. It's you know what? There's not too much gimmicks on this track. It's just, do your best at the race. There's no major. There's some cuts, but like it's not completely major or that will, in all be all type of situations.
And like I said with the Niscon to the ramp, it actually feels really good to hit too. Like,
yeah, it's
just 10 out of 10.
It's a very fun track. It's a very fun track. I'll put it. It's an awesome on my personal tier list, and I guess it's our first communal awesome.
Unanimous awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain seeing this track being picked multiple times.
Yeah, yes. I would.
All right, 3DS DK Jungle, and to me the best of the 3DS courses. To me, this track is absolutely fantastic. A lot of the things I just stated that I loved about Royal Raceway with some of the turns and tricks and whatnot, DK Jungle also have. I personally love 2 of the drifting sections. One towards the ramp in the middle where you go over the hill and you trick down before like the multiple ramps before you go into the ruins. I think that is a pretty awesome turn for the most part. And then the one right before the end where you could either ride towards the wall or like go over the gap in the middle and take a sharp left there. To me, this is a fantastic course. I love Donkey Kong courses a lot in general. I think more often than not, they always hit. And to me, this is another straight banger. I just absolutely love it. I also have this track in Awesome, and it's nice to see 2 back to back.
It's fine. I like the DK theme. It's like the more modern, like Donkey Kong country like games, like Returns, Tropical. Well, okay, maybe not Tropical Freeze. That came out the next year after
it's
Mario.
More like Donkey Kong Country Returns. I agree.
It's a fine track. I would pick it over a lot of other tracks, but there are other tracks I would pick instead of DK Jungle, personally.
So where would you put it on here then? Good, great?
I would put it in good. I'd put it in.
Okay. Yoshi, what do you think, buddy?
I think it's a pretty fine track, honestly. I'm not saying like it's perfect or anything, but like it could be. I've been sitting here trying to think of like any negatives I have. I don't really have any negative things to say about this track,
the thing.
honestly.
It's just such a great. Well, okay, it has no negatives like you were saying. I'm not going to rave about it again.
Unless, go ahead.
No, I also like it a lot because it's a track that just, for me personally, feels really good to play. And when I'm struggling in any lobby, it's something I always go to and pick. 'Cause I know I'm always going to do incredibly well on it.
I feel like one disappointing thing, unfortunately, is again back to the shock nerf, is that after the glider, that you don't get to see that bottom area anymore. That is just ignorable now.
That does kind of suck.
Yeah.
And then Jay's in our chat brought up an excellent point. The bomb is a very powerful item here.
It's stupid good. It's stupid good here, dude.
Absolutely.
Everything just blocks the corners.
So I got an awesome. Byron's got it in good. What do you think, Yoshi?
I guess I'll keep it in awesome as well too. So I guess.
All right. Communal awesome then. All right.
That is crazy. I think. Well, Byron, you put it in.
Well,
good.
So we'll put it in.
I think this would be top of great.
Yeah.
In that case, by average, even if 2 of us have it in awesome,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, Yoshi. You, like I said, it's without flaw, but you wouldn't exactly say it's the perfect track, right?
Yeah. But yes, I have like nothing to complain about with this track.
Like I said,
So
this list is
good.
fluid.
It's
this
fine.
list is fluid for sure.
It's fine.
Alrighty, probably the king of front-running tracks and one of the highest quality tracks probably in the entire game. Where calling it a front-running track's not necessarily an insult, but rather praise. DS Wario Stadium. And let me tell you, I think this is a really quality track with like a turn. When I say it's front-running, it takes quite a bit of skill to do so. Your lines have to be absolutely, on point. It will punish you if you're even slightly off of like some of these like turns or like ramps into these drifts. I think this is another great, maybe even awesome course. I feel like we've lucked out. We just had a lot of great ones back to back to back. Yeah, what do you guys think about it?
Uh-oh. Yoshi with the sigh.
Boy.
What do you gotta say, Yoshi?
I mean, I see this track a lot, of course, compared to Mario Kart. Everyone loves this track. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it changed so much from the original that I feel like this could be called like an original track, honestly.
You're not necessarily wrong. I agree with that. You're not necessarily wrong on that.
But
Yoshi.
is that a knock? Is the question, because like the original was really good too. Don't get me wrong, but like this is good in a different way.
Yeah, right? it's like its own unique thing. I don't have any qualms with it. It's a very competitive track. I feel like I have the same feeling with this track as I do with DK Jungle. No issues, but like no positives with it either.
Yeah.
I think it's a good track. I'll say that it's really fun to race on.
It is a very commonly picked track, so there might be some fatigue there too.
Yeah, I would personally like it'd probably be at the either the very bottom of like great or like the very top of like good for me on my personal tier list.
Okay, and
so I say high. I say great.
Yeah, I think it's in great because I wouldn't put it quite in awesome. I'd put it towards the top of great.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could probably put it above Sweet, but leave it below Sunshine Airport.
I forgot Sweet was still in great.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this list fluid. It might see itself getting bumped down at some point. But
next
yeah,
up,
honestly, list is looking pretty good so far, guys. Let's keep up the good work.
Next up, we have Sherbet Land from the GameCube, from good old Double Dash.
To me, the most forgettable ice level in this game.
I disagree. There's one I think that's a bit more forgettable.
I mean, there's a lot of ice tracks, but we'll get into that later.
I think it's good. It's a good track. It's one I would pick over some other tracks. It's a fun snow level one. The freezies are a nice little obstacle. The Shy Guys on skates, that's another cool obstacle to see. Like I think it's a good track. I think it's good.
Here comes the GameCube person coming in.
Oh boy.
They changed so much again, dude. This track was very scary. I wouldn't say scary to race on, but like it was just threatening to, like, you know, with every little gimmick on this track. Like, you don't want to hit anything.
Yeah.
In the original. This one, however, again, this course they expanded it. It's very wide. They added a new section in the water, which is no one goes down there because you lose time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ices they're smaller. They're not a threat. You can hit them. You can destroy them with anything. Funny enough, you can boost past them.
Yeah.
Which is like, why let them just be like an obstacle? You know,
might as well be
around.
A non-factor.
Yeah.
Considering.
And then they add like an extra glider section in the corner, which is again not worth going towards because it's slower. Honestly, this is a very slow track that, like, there's nothing. It's pretty. I love
it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous
I love that it's
track.
nighttime.
Yes. Agreed.
The Shy Guys, this is one of them now.
They might as well not even be there for me.
Again, yeah. They made this track worse. I mean, it wasn't great in the GameCube, but like it got downgraded even more so because of this.
Yeah, to me, at best, this is like towards the middle/bottom of good to maybe even okay. I don't know.
Okay.
To me, it's above Mario Kart Stadium or around Mario Kart Stadium level. I can't get it right here, but we could also put it lower. What do you guys think?
I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's a good.
I think it's a good course. It's inoffensive, but it's lacking greatness.
Yeah, it's in our communal good track. Now here's a track that I think is great. Music Park.
Yes.
It's a theme you don't really see. It's like you're in like a concert. You're like in a band. It's great. Aesthetically, it's great. The music is great. The little details of the xylophones when you're drifting on them, the xylophone plays in it. Same with the tambourine. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. The bouncing notes could be a threat in that one section with the glider ramp. Or if you didn't get the glider ramp, it'll be like, don't get squished by them. But yeah, I think it's a great track, great aesthetic, fun track to play, visually pleasing, great music, great incorporation of music into the actual track itself. I think it's great. Hell, I could be convinced of it being awesome. It's that good, in my opinion.
So I'm not going to go quite as far as awesome. I do think it's a very good course. I do think the aesthetic really carries it with the music itself. That being said, I don't particularly care for driving on the track itself. I feel like there's no point in really taking the glider because you actually want to go on the bottom and get the bounces off the notes bouncing back and forth anyway.
Yeah.
But the tambourines are pretty neat. There's also a neat little section towards the middle where you take one of the sharp keys and you go off the track a bit to skip a bit of the turn.
Ooh.
That's like super neat. It's before the double item. That being said, I just think that this is a merely good course, but I can be convinced it's great off of aesthetic alone. And the way that music's incorporated into it.
Yeah.
I don't need to repeat anything you guys just say about the aesthetic of it. It's fine. It's great. It's amazing. I feel like it's a better Electrodome in terms of like of a music track.
Yeah, I do think it's better than Electrodome.
Yeah, agreed. All day.
It's the racing track. It's fine. it works. It works
Yeah,
for
like I
it.
said, it's okay. It's a decent track, like racing on. So,
All right,
like,
so communal
I'm
good.
gonna go
then.
ahead and put it at the bottom of great then, because again,
Yeah.
I do think the
Bottom of
aesthetic
great.
does
All right.
carry it quite a bit.
Communal great. All right, I've got something to say about Yoshi Valley. It's fine. There's one feature I missed though.
They ruined it.
I know it was in the N64 version because of technical limitations, but it would be really funny and awesome if they kept the "you don't know what place you're in" thing for Yoshi Valley.
Remove the map.
Yeah,
Just
that
make
would
it
be
invisible.
great. But I understand why they did it. I still think it's a fun enough track.
Well, I will say this: I feel like at least half the course people don't experience it because
Yeah,
there's literally no point in depicting any of the other paths than the one sharp inside that goes to the bridge that curves over to the right, and then the cave towards like the middle where you go for like coins and ramp off at the end. Nobody's going any other path on that course.
yeah.
Like ever.
And that's a shame too, because like this is a really unique course that we never, get another one of. Like there's no course where like there's so many different alternate paths or curves and everything like this ever again. Like there's no experimentation anymore with like stuff like that, nothing to confuse the player on what's going on and what to do,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I think this course is worse off for not being able to like drift into like gaps and hop them like in 64 to like save entire turns and buttloads of time. I think this course is actually worse off for having those removed. I actually think it's super neat that like you jump gaps and like take these no item shortcuts in the 64 version, but I don't know. Like I said, to me, this is just an okay course. I think the egg at the end is more annoying.
Oh God.
Than it is
Oh,
anything
I have
else.
so many horror stories about that egg. Oh Lord.
The egg it's so slow. If you're not in a certain time frame, like it blocks the bridge or the only way through. So if you're just caught behind that, well, good race, GG.
Yeah, good race.
Yeah, the
GG.
race is just over at that point. And then like it always comes down to who got power items at the end, like mushrooms and whatnot for the cut.
Y'all might be convincing me to put it in Met okay on my personal tier list.
That's where
okay.
I was gonna put it on mine.
Yeah,
it's okay.
All right, it's Met okay.
But where should we put it though?
I think it's probably above Donut Plains 3, but below Thwop Ruins and Mount Wario.
That's fine.
Yeah, like I said, it is a very meh course. But it's not a meh course, and I think it's actually pretty decent. Tick-Tock Clock.
Yeah, Tick-Tock Clock. Fun course. Very.
So I like the little hands at the beginning. You can like trick off of them and whatnot. You could do some pretty neat stuff. I think on lap 3, there's like a little shortcut you could take using them as well.
Yes.
I will say this is probably one of the more forgettable courses of the base game. It's something that like usually if there's other things I pick it. But I do think this is a very good course. I think aesthetically it's fine. The music is just fine as well.
Yeah, for me it might be on my personal tier list. It might be closer to great in my opinion. I just like a lot of DS courses, but it definitely is at the very least a good track. I would pick it over a lot of other tracks, personally.
Absolutely.
I kind of missed the old aesthetic of like in the DS version. It actually looked like the Mario 64 TikTok.
I really wish they dug into the Mario 64. Clock more.
Like the track still looks great in my opinion, but yeah,
it's fine. But like I like how it was mostly based from 64.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like its own thing. Kind of.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me more of Mario Party now than it does of Mario 64. But I don't think that's what they were going for. I think they're.
I don't know any Mario Party board that looks like that. I'll tell you that much right now.
Either way, I just don't. I miss the Mario 64 theming of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go ahead and put this in good. Yep. I think I'd have it above Water Park, but below Moo. What do you guys think?
How do you guys feel on racing on it, though, however?
I think it's fun. I think it's fun enough.
You think the gimmicks are fine?
Yeah.
How it is with the arrows and everything?
Yeah, it's fine. It's good.
It's fine.
It's good.
It's
fun.
okay.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fine.
All right. So, talking about tracks that are absolutely boosted by their soundtrack, Piranha Plant Slide has an absolute banger for a soundtrack, in my opinion. Like, 10 out of 10. That being said, the chorus is just decent. To pretty good, right? I don't
It's-
think.
Yeah,
it's, like,
the
super
course is
amazing.
fine.
It's unique.
Yeah,
It
Kinda.
is unique.
True.
I'll give you unique is a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
I like the pipe section at the beginning. Honestly, the beginning of the track it's a very front loaded track, and then kind of tappers off.
Yeah, it's like you're
Towards the
going
middle
from
and end.
it's like you're going from Super Mario Brothers 1-1 to Super Mario Brothers 1-2.
1-2.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that exactly too. Which is nice. It's cool. Like you
Yeah.
can see what's the inside of a pipe like, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So like again, that goes back to the aesthetic. It's great. It works. No quorums there.
Yeah.
Music, I would say it's not great though. I give it like a 7 or 8 though.
I personally think the music's really good for this course. I think it slaps.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in the good tier on my personal tier list.
I think it's more towards the bottom of good.
Mhm.
With all that being said, I think
feel-
I'd probably put it above Shy Guy Falls or in Mario Kart City, but not much higher than that.
I would pick Piranha Plant Slide. I'd pick over quite a few other tracks that are in our communal good.
I mean, how it plays, it is definitely jank. So I think
Yeah.
good is great.
God, don't even
Okay,
talk.
I'm gonna put it around
Yeah.
Water Park.
Don't even
for
talk
now,
to
then
me
we
though.
get it's fluid.
Don't
it's
even
fluid.
talk to me though about this track on 200. Dear God.
Oh, we even continue considering 200cc.
Nah,
Like, it
fuck
doesn't matter.
200.
Okay,
No.
Caveat: this is a 150cc tier list. We're not
Yeah,
factoring
fuck
in
200cc.
your
All my
200.
homies hate 200cc.
I will say some of these courses are much better on 200cc than not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like
we're,
a
this
good
is
2 of
150,
them.
I
But
guess.
speaking of a track that's good and has always been good, Grumble Volcano.
Has it been good though?
Yeah.
Has it always
I
been good?
think it was better in Mario Kart Wii. But I
Honestly,
do
yeah.
think that this is a good course.
Yeah, like
Now,
it's a gimmick
it lacks some things
you
to
will
make it
never
great.
see again. It's a volcano where the track like absolutely gets destroyed through laps 2 and 3. So the track kind of changes, makes it a little bit harder, a little bit more interesting. I like that. I like when tracks dynamically and naturally change
Yes.
throughout.
Not this crap we got in Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that, dude.
Yeah.
No, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, this is a good course.
Yeah.
This is a good course.
Yeah.
It's not like you go in a different way or anything. It's like, oh yeah, some pieces of the course, is actually breaking down. If you're one of the unlucky souls that get trapped on that,
no,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry for
Oh
you.
no. R.I.P.
You're just sitting there waiting for yours. Yep, I'm just here waiting for my death.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we all agree that it is a good course. I don't know if we would necessarily call it great.
It'd probably be on the top of good, towards the bottom of great for me on my personal tier list.
Maybe between Bowser,
And
Moo.
Twisted. Yeah, that's about where I would put it too. So Byron's got it towards the top. Yoshi and I have it here. Let's go ahead and put it at the top of good for now. Kind of a fair.
Okay.
Byron says
All
bottom of great. We'll pull it over here.
all right. Rainbow Road, N64.
Is this one we're ranting about?
I have a quick little rant about this one. Aesthetically, it's fan-fucking-tastic. It's
10 out of 10 aesthetic.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 aesthetic.
It's on the box art.
It shouldn't have been a section track. It should not have been a section track. I would have been much cooler if it stuck more to the long ass track that it was in Mario Kart 64. Yes, I'm saying it right now. It should not have been a section track. Feels too short. I want more of it. I want more like the original of it. Like this is better than the trash that is Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road.
I like the irony in that too, because in the original game, people complained that it was too long, and now in this game, it's just too short.
Yeah, like to me, why couldn't we just meet in the middle? Instead of making a section track, just make it 2 full laps.
Yeah, because like we
It
have
doesn't need to be 3 laps.
Spoil-
You don't need to be here for
because
6 minutes.
spoilers, we have Baby Park back. So there's proof There can be tracks with differing lap numbers. I would have been fine with that, honestly. I would have been fine with that suggestion.
Yeah, to me, that is the biggest travesty in the world that it's a section track. It is the number one thing I absolutely hate about it. And even with that complaint, I still think this is a good track.
Yeah, it's great.
As crazy as it is, this is a track that could have been awesome. But they had to bring it down.
That change,
it's only getting dragged down by that.
That change alone makes me kind of want to put it more towards the top of meh. Okay. Personally,
I got it towards the middle of good. Well, Yoshi, what do you think? Tiebreaker.
The sigh again.
Because I really like this track, honestly.
I do. I really like the track a lot. I just wish I could play more of it.
This is a very conflicting track. I guess out of all of them so far, it's really getting held back a lot by one little thing. And it would have been great. I guess good, honestly.
All right, let's put it in communal good.
Yeah, bottom of communal good. Like I said, it's almost okay. If this had another lap and it wasn't sectioned off, this would have easily have been awesome for me and possibly the best Rainbow Road in this game.
I would have at least, if it was like that, I would have at least put it in top of good for me personally. But
I shake my head over that change every time.
But
alrighty, guys, we have gotten past.
Oh my god, base game.
The original release.
Oh my god, yeah. Now it's time.
And we still have got.
Oh my god! All right, we might have to go lightning round through some of these, but now we are on.
The music is pretty far behind.
Now we're on to Mario Kart 8 Wii U's original DLC courses. So let's get started. GameCube Yoshi Circuit. I think it's good.
As the king of bagging courses.
Yeah.
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Hey, I think it's a good track. I think it's good. It's a circuit track, so it's not anything special. It's cool that it's in the shape of a Yoshi, but
yeah, it's also a beloved track from Mario Kart.
Though I am sad that one cut. You know which one I'm talking about? The one where you can go down below. That
near. Oh my god!
That cut is gone that was in the GameCube, and I think it was in the DS version. Maybe it wasn't.
No, they removed it in DS.
Oh, that's tragic. And okay, yeah, I'm sad that one's gone, but I would still say I think personally it's at least a good track.
So if it weren't for the abusability of bagging in itself and what it does to the game, I would have this in great.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think that it's actually a really good, circuit course overall.
Well, look, they changed that now.
Some of the turns are, especially with, the plants off. No, the patch did very little in addressing the bagging issue. This is one of the few tracks that there's the workaround for the bagging patch. So people still bag here.
Fair.
I think this is a merely good course, like you said. I think it's held back by bagging, personally, but that's just me.
Yeah, as a balance type of thing, yeah. But aside from that, yeah, it's really it's a circuit. I mean, I don't see too much issue with circuit tracks, but
well, there's one I think I have issue with. We'll get. I'm eyeing it right now. We'll get to it in a minute.
We all have one.
I think we'll get to it in a minute.
I think this is a top of good track.
Yeah, I do think it's high good.
All right.
Easily.
So while Slade is ordering it, our next track is Excite Bike.
I'll put it towards, because Byron had it towards okay.
Good old Excite Bike, as I have dubbed it, Adult Park.
I got some takes on this.
You know what, Slade? What is your take? You know what? Give us your take.
So, real quick. First of all, it's called Adult Park for a reason. It's pure RNG as to who wins based off of items entirely. I think the ramps gimmick is incredibly stupid and dumb. I don't know why anybody thinks it's a super cool mechanic or whatever. You're just going off ramps and tricking over and over again. It takes no thought or skill whatsoever. This is probably the worst basic circuit course, in my opinion.
But the Excite Bike aesthetic.
Bad course.
Does it really have?
Nice that Excite Bike got representation in today's modern age, but that doesn't make the course good. I'm sorry. To me, this is a bad course. It's Adult Park. To me, it's bad. It's just straight up bad.
Like, I don't know. I'm thinking meh or bad. I don't really know where I would put this on my personal tier lists.
How dare you guys not like the classic of Excite
I
Bike,
don't
though?
have anything against the series, but like, there's a
Don't
reason.
have you ever?
I have
have
played
you
an
ever
Excite
never-
Bike game. Yes, I have.
But like, you never want to like play it in a 3D. But this is the first time it's been in like
There
a 3D.
was a 3D Excite Bike game, Yoshi. It's called Excite Bike 64.
That is correct. That is correct.
You can play it on Nintendo Switch Online if you have the expansion pack right now.
No, I'm just teasing. This track sucks. Honestly, the music
Okay.
is terrible.
Okay, I'm glad we all agree it's a bad
All
course.
right.
How bad though? Is it as bad as Bone Dry Dunes, Rainbow Road? To me, it's the worst track we've covered this.
Really?
So far, yeah.
Really?
I feel like every bad
Yeah.
track just keep over just does better than itself than the other ones. In a bad
Right,
way, I
so
should.
Bottom of bad for us. I know Byron had it a bit higher, but I think Yoshi and I are convinced this is a bottom 2 track in this game.
We'll put it in bad terrible in our communal tier
All
list.
right, so this is a bit of a controversial course for some people. This is the King Drifting course in this game, Dragon Driftway. So I did say earlier in this video that I love courses that reward your ability to drift and drift well, but that does not mean that I think with drifting is the only mechanic of the course. That I think it's actually like good. I think too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And this is definitely too much. Now, I do think that this is a good course, but to me, it's lower part of good. It's like towards the bottom. I do think the music is quite neat, but it's not like blow my socks off like good or anything.
I think for me, aesthetic carries. Hard carries.
Yes.
Hard carries.
It is definitely getting backpacked.
Yeah, because it has that aesthetic like those, I think a couple of levels in Mario 3D World. Like that like Japanese like style aesthetic, which I want a whole 2D or 3D Mario World that's just that. That's not like Bowser themed. No. Give me a whole world of levels that's like in 3D World, those levels in 3D World. Please. Please, Nintendo. Please, please, please. But I think it's a good track, maybe top of meh okay on my tier list.
All right, Yoshi.
The track sucks.
Man,
dude. I can understand it's a drifting chorus, but like I feel like the turns are, of course, it's very tight, but I feel like it's even tight for fucking for outwards as well. Like I feel like
it is tight for outward.
You can't even get the space to drift properly, even with outward. Like the corners are so thin, and then you're basically hitting the wall. You're going to be hitting a wall somewhere on this track. And you may be stuck on it for a second.
Or drifters beware, unfortunately.
Yes, because this is an anti in the words track.
So Byron's got a top of okay. I have it at bottom of good. You have it as bad. It's going in okay. I think we put it below Donut Plains 3, but above everything else. How you guys feel about that placement? Whoops. Seem about right for you guys? I know Yoshi wants it like really low, but Byron.
I mean, it doesn't go that low, but like,
like
I want to say maybe below Dolphin. Honestly, I prefer Dolphin over that.
You know what? I'm with you. Dolphin has fantastic music and visuals. You're absolutely right, sir.
All right. Well, before there was F-Zero 99, there was Mute City in Mario Kart. Like, this might be a personal thing. I'm not the biggest fan of there being crossover content in Mario Kart. At least, at least the way we've had it though. Like we've gotten like 4 tracks, and like so far it's like, they're okay, they're cool, but like, and maybe this is just me when I'm playing the F-Zero tracks. I'd rather play actual F-Zero. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather just like, come on, give F-Zero fans actual F-Zero.
Get it all out.
I still think it's a good track, maybe bordering on meh, okay, but
he's kind of good. Okay,
Like-
so I am going the complete opposite direction. I think this is an awesome track. So the reason why I think this track is very good is because it's like an F-Zero course. It's exactly as fast-paced and as like crazy as you expect it to be. I think there is a super awesome high-risk, high-reward NISC at the very end that is 100% worth taking. I mean, also it's a shroom cut too, but like
it's
I don't know. I think this track is absolutely dope to do time trials on. I think it's a great multiplayer course.
it's Diet F-Zero.
It's high octane. To me, this would be, if I had an awesome tier, this would be at the very bottom or maybe top of great. It's probably more great than it is awesome for me. I think I'd say top of great.
Slade, it's Diet
But I
F-
do think this is a very, very good track.
It's Diet
easily.
F-Zero. Even on 200, you're not going as
Well, I
fast.
mean, Diet F-Zero is still a good thing. Yoshi,
like,
break it to us.
I'm the only one here who hasn't really played F-Zero before, so to me, this is like it's an okay track. I mean, I could get the aesthetic, the music, and all that's nice. Just, Smash, Captain Falcon's F-Zero game. It's fine as what it is and what it's doing. I love when you're like upside down, you can like attack opponents above you sometimes
Yes.
in this
yeah,
area.
like
That's very
I
funny.
like that. I like that actually.
Bombs, especially. Like, dear God.
Yeah. Like
That's the one. This is the one track where anti-gravity actually makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anti-gravity is like tailor-made for tracks like this.
Yeah. So
it definitely.
so we're putting it in our communal good tier.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the good tier somewhere. To me, I have it above. Well, I already put it in great, so I guess I'll let you guys decide where in good it goes. So what are we thinking? Above TikTok, below Yoshi? Do we have it lower, higher?
I'd say
You guys had it in okay, so I think it's the lower
Yeah.
half of good. So
I'm
maybe
not
I
sure
put
for
it
this one,
above
honestly.
Sherbert and below Electrodome.
I guess it's fine. Yeah, I don't have a major opinion on this track.
Yeah, because like I said, you guys both had it lower than I did, so I have to go in the lower half here.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
Wario Goldmine, back from Mario Kart Wii. I think it's good. Like
It got downgraded.
it doesn't
It's
feel
a downgraded course for sure.
it doesn't feel as like Wario as it should. It doesn't scream.
Yeah, it's
Wario,
just like generic mining.
Yeah, like
level.
it's fine.
But to be fair, the original had that problem too, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get on Wario type of thing. I guess because gold. They say, "Oh, Wario loves gold."
Yeah, Wario does
I
love
guess
money.
so.
But
Yeah, it's a good inoffensive track. I would prefer if instead of speeding you up, the minecarts would make you spin out like they did in the original. But that's just my take personally. They're also really easy to avoid. So even if that was a thing, it's just like, nobody would pay them any notice.
I mean, the track is also wide. I mean, if they were like, if you were to get hit by them, they made it wide, so you can avoid them, of course. So it's okay. It's not a good track. It's not bad, but it's just okay.
Yeah, to me, it's probably low good, high okay.
All right, so we're putting
Very
it.
forgettable track.
Yeah, putting it in our communal good. All right, Slade.
Okay.
Rave
good.
about this track. SNES Rainbow Road.
Okay, I'm going to be in the minority here because this is my personal favorite Rainbow Road in the game. This track is awesome, and the reason why people say it sucks is because they keep porting it to every single Mario Kart title. I understand where fatigue comes from. I absolutely understand it. However, this is one of the best SNES courses ever made, and this is a fantastic course that rewards skill. It also has pretty nice, especially whether you take the ramp towards the middle to skip over the gap, or, going over the middle with shrooms, or even taking one of the sides where the thwomps are penning. Like, to me, this is a fantastic course that epitomizes item play without crazy shroom cuts. Absolutely breaking it. To me, this is a fantastic course. I absolutely love it. I would put it in awesome. It's in my top 5 easily.
I think it's good. I think it's fine. Stop porting it, please. Stop porting it for the love of God. We haven't seen Mario Kart Super Circuit's Rainbow Road. We haven't seen Mario Kart DS's Rainbow Road. Give those two a chance. Come on. Give Double Dashes a chance. Come on. Stop porting this to every other Mario Kart game. I think it's a good track. it's
I
a
think
good
fatigue
track.
is the reason people shit on it for sure.
Like, it's a good track, but stop porting it.
It's popular. It's a popular track. I mean, not like no, it is popular. It's like it works. Like it is the one track that feels like a major racing track. You have to drive good. Item play is not like too big or massive. Like it's the
Just
Mario
right.
Kart track of
It's just
Mario
right.
Kart tracks.
Yeah.
So
Like items are impactful as they need to be without feeling like they're completely useless. Like they got the items just right in this track, in my opinion. Okay, so what do you think, Yoshi?
great.
Good. Okay, so you got great. Byron's got it good. I got an awesome.
So
we
communal
are going
great.
to put it in great.
Yep.
It's the perfect
Alright.
middle. I had it towards the in awesome. Yoshi, where did you have it in great? Middle, bottom?
I'll put it above Toe Harbor, but like I guess that's a good spot right
Byron
there.
had it good, so it's going at the top of great.
All right.
Then
All right. Ice Outpost.
I like it as a gatekeeping course too. Ice Outpost. So I like this course. I want to preface it with that because I feel like this is a course I feel like always gets skipped because there's always something that's better that you're going to pick. But I legitimately like this course. I like the shortcut towards. I guess it's more towards the middle, but it's kind of closer to the beginning where you drift sharp towards the right off track onto like the ice ramp a bit.
Mhm.
And then you have the choice of going to the ice ramp on the left side or going back on course. I think it's a fantastic way to implement a shortcut.
Mhm.
So it's either like a full or half shortcut, entirely based on how safe you want to play it.
Mhm. Now, I think it's good. It's this one's a weird track because it's an ice themed track, but it's not really an ice themed track. It's
Well,
just
it's like
a course that just
Well,
happens
course.
to be
Yeah.
in an ice world. I
Great
kind of
setup,
wish
by
there
the
was
way.
more ice to it, more snow elements.
Well, it's kind of like competing in those slope, like bobsledding ones at the Olympic Games or something. Like I think that's the aesthetic they were going for.
I guess,
I
but
feel like it hits.
I don't think it worked in my opinion, but I still think it's a good course.
Yeah.
But you are right, there are other
Absolutely.
tracks I would pick over this, but there are tracks I would pick this instead of. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yoshi, what do you think, buddy?
I want to like this course. It's not bad. It's okay. There's really nothing to say about
yeah,
this
like
course. Honestly,
it's fine.
it's there. It's okay. Top of okay for me.
Yeah, I think it's bottom of good
All right.
ish area.
All right.
Probably.
So
let's
it's
go ahead
our
and put it
communal
bottom.
good tier. All right, next up, Hyrule Circuit. It's another crossover track. It's fine. It does the Zelda theme good enough. I do like that the coins are rupees instead of, being coins. I like that. I think it's bottom of good, probably okay, around there.
Oh, wow.
Personally, but like I also don't really have much of a connection with the Zelda series anyways. I've only played one Zelda game ever, and that was Link to the Past as a Twitch sub goal. So
Okay, as a Zelda fan, I've played nearly every game in the series. There's a couple I haven't played, like Minish Cap. To me, this is a good Zelda like track in terms of like what it references and whatnot, while not going too far off the deep end. So it's still Mario Kart for the most part. I really like this course. This track has one of my favoriteness towards the very end, where you hop over that entire grassy plain, and you have to hit it just right to avoid the Deku Baba coming right out of it into a sharp left turn. To me, this course is really good. Definitely rewards your skill quite often. Also, a really good course for a point. I guess it's rupee management as well. I really enjoy Hyrule Circuit. I think this is a really good course. I would almost go as far to say as it's great. So yeah, I'm going to say it's a great course. It's probably towards the bottom of great for me though. But it's one of the more neat I guess guest courses. It's definitely better than Mute City for me, like by far.
Honestly, agree with that one, like as well. Like it's not like in your. I mean, it is in your face with like, oh hey, Zelda, but like track design and everything, like, you know, you never think of a Zelda game or anything Zelda with a racetrack of any kind, seeing something like this is a kind of like a breath of fresh air in a way that you get like a fancy like racetrack,
Yeah, like I said, they don't go too nuts with the Zelda. They keep it just right.
It's good. It's just good. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Like this.
So this is going in communal good because
Yep.
Byron has it at bottom of good or okay, and I have it in great,
Yep.
but it's at the bottom of great. So I'm thinking we put it like upper half. I'm going to put it below Bowser's Castle, but above Momo.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Baby Park.
Let's say ignore it. It doesn't even exist at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't even think we got to speedrun some of these. We all agree that this is the worst course in the game.
Do we have to say anything?
Okay. There is comedic value in this course,
it can't be funny.
Yeah, like I think Double Dash was the best iteration of Baby Park because of how insane Double Dash was with its items, how its mechanics worked. I think Baby Park really only works in Double Dash, in my opinion.
Yes, 100%.
They also remove a lot of things from Double Dash. The GameCube guy again. In the GameCube, you can get hit by the roller coster. The walls,
actually,
items.
That's funny. I think you can only do that if you're Petey. I think.
There was no middle wall, so any item could go across. In this game, however, why would you do that? It's still chaotic, but like it could have been even more.
It doesn't even reduce the chaos setting. It just makes it feel more controlled.
Honestly, in my personal tier list, it might be very bottom of Mad, top of bad, terrible. Yes, I would pick Baby Park over Rainbow Road, Bone Dry, Dry, Excite Bike.
Get out! Get out!
No.
Never in a million years. This is the worst course in the game, and I'm not budging on it.
Well,
obviously, we're gonna have to move it a bit to like order it. But Yoshi, where would you have this course?
Yeah, I don't have to move it anywhere. He's right there. Good, perfect spot.
Okay, so Byron has it at bottom of okay or top of bad. Yoshi and I have as the worst. So I'm bumping up one spot as the compromise above Excite Bike. I personally disagree with this, but I mean they're both bad.
All
so
right,
I can live
all
with
right,
that.
Cheeseland.
Alrighty, so another comeback course. It all boils down to the last lap and where you get your power items. I do like the aesthetic. I think aesthetically speaking, because it's cheese and not like a desert level.
Yeah,
it is the quote unquote best of the desert levels, but that's not a high mark. I think desert levels in this game are kind of just bad. Overall.
Well, Slade, it's not good. It's Gouda. Okay.
Now we're here with the cheesy jokes.
Yeah, so oh my god.
All right.
But yeah, this is a bad course. There's no way around it. To me, it's just too influenced by where you get the best items, and I feel like if items have that much impact on like the races and its standings, then it's just not a good course overall.
All right, I think it's okay. There are tracks I would pick instead of it. There are very few tracks I would pick, like, before this.
So we got one okay, one bad. Yoshi, what are you feeling?
If it wasn't for the bagging situation, honestly, there was no bagging at all for a track like this. It's a pretty neat looking. I think it's like one of the best looking GBA, or that's second best. GBA looking course.
It's a good looking course. I definitely agree there.
But aside from that, it's nothing much to it. If you're not doing a cuss or anything, those turns are just really, there's nothing interesting with going on with them. There's like the one change up at the end, but like he's not really.
It's a non-factor.
Yeah,
it's a complete non-factor. Yeah. He's there for decoration.
They need more things on the track.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
Yeah. So communal. Okay.
All
right.
So Yoshi, you have an okay. It goes bottom of okay. Yeah. Personally, I think this is too generous, but that's just me.
All right. Wild Woods.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, one of our, if not the only forest theme track we have on this list.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, all things considering.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
It also is fun to play on. Actually,
it's a good track. Maybe at the top of okay for me, but
I will say this: it is one of the best base game plus base game DLC tracks there is. Period.
Yes.
I wouldn't say that.
I say it's good at the very least. Keeping it quick. There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. It's fine.
Yeah, I think good is definitely a great place to put it.
Yeah.
I think it just lacks something that prevents it from being great. I think the aesthetic looks good, but not amazing.
Yeah.
I think the music is good, but not incredible. I think the balance of the course itself is also just fine. I think it's just a good course. I think it's very middle of the road. And honestly, this would probably be my straight middle of the tier list if I had to put it anywhere.
Okay, interesting.
If it wasn't Mario Stadium, it's this one.
Yeah, it's
all
actually
right.
kind of crazy how this panned out.
Animal Crossing, our third of 4 crossover tracks.
Highly forgettable.
I like the changing seasons.
Is neat. Yes.
And the fact that you can pick which season if you input some button commands, even though the game should tell you that, but
I will also say this, out of all the quote-unquote third-party tracks,
the crossover tracks
represents its crossover the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
Straight up, not even close.
Yeah, like, and even, like, again, the coins are bells. Yeah. I was slipping for a second what the Animal Crossing currency was. Thank you. But, yeah, it's fine. It's good. There are tracks I would pick instead of it. There are tracks I would pick. It's.
I'm also in the minority. I think when this track is covered in snow and it gets that slippery factor, it becomes a much better course than when it doesn't have that.
Honestly, I like the spring one. This is the one track that everyone have like varying opinions because depending on the season. Like I like the spring one a lot better because of the ramps and all of that. Added to the floor. Summer is just horrible though. However, there's nothing.
Yeah, summer is definitely the worst. I agree there. Fall is okay. I don't think it's bad. It's inoffensive.
Mm-hmm.
I like the items. It reminds me of Maple Treeway before Maple Treeway.
Yeah. All right.
So we all agree that it's a good course.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to put it above Shy Guy Falls, but below Mario Kart Stadium.
Speaking of another track that some would say is good, is Neo Bowser City from the Mario Kart 7. I think it's fine. It
looks gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Honestly, it is the best city track in this game. I said it. Okay, so I guess I'll start ranting about my opinion. To me, this is an awesome course. To me, it is another course that absolutely rewards skill expression and whatnot. I think the wet physics with drifting hit just right on some of those turns to make them like challenging, but not like too crazy, so that like it doesn't feel like your drifts are constantly going to be towards the outside of the same. To me, this is an amazing course. Second in base game only to Royal Raceway.
It's the one track that actually teaches players to press the B button sometimes.
Yeah,
it's not just
great. Absolutely.
Nah, you never press the B button in Mario Kart unless you get fucking stuck.
No, see, this is how I know Byron's a casual compared to me, Yoshi, when it comes to playing this game. You absolutely need to brake on some drifts, even on 150cc, because you need to make sure you're hitting these turns and coming out of them just right, so that you're not getting mixed in with like the pack and stuff like that.
There's one turn near the end, where it punishes you if you're not braking at all. You just go, you just fly out, slip off the track.
Yeah, Yoshi's absolutely right. You definitely
I hate that.
brake on this course. No, I think it's great. Like I said, it is definitely one of the best courses of skill expression in the entire base game, bar none. To me, I love this course. It is second on my awesome. Byron's just got it in good.
Yeah, I think it's
Yoshi, where do you got it?
I think it's good.
Personally, as racing, normally I don't like racing on it. It's terrible for me. But overall, overall though, it is a good track.
All right, so
I don't think it works as a Bowser course. I think it is a city course.
It doesn't work as a Bowser course.
Okay, so if we're gonna have to put it towards the bottom of great, then at that point, I think below Music Park. I think very bottom of great. That's where it goes. All right, Ribbon Road.
Okay, this track got a glow up.
Yes,
this track got a glow up. This track is awesome.
This is one of the few remakes that straight up slaps its original.
Yes.
across the face repeatedly.
Yeah, I agree.
Love this course.
Yeah,
So,
so fun.
Where to begin? I think with the ribbon kind of like not really blowing in the wind, it's kind of like moving up and down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Influences like the turns, so like hitting like the cuts feels like legitimately risky and never the same on AT Lab, so you can't just muscle memory your way through it. I like everything but the cut at the end where it feels like mushrooms are a little bit too impactful.
Yeah.
But overall, I think this is one of the
Mhm.
best courses. I especially like how Mecha Koopas really screw with everything.
Yeah, and like
As
to
well.
add to that, it's one of the tracks. It does the small characters in a big real world, and I love when games do that. It's so
That's glorious.
fucking cool.
Yes.
So cool.
Yeah,
So cool.
to
Love
me, if this isn't awesome, it is like top of great. It is bordering on awesome. I think this is an amazing track.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm putting it on awesome myself
All
as
right,
well.
our second awesome. Let's go.
Alrighty.
Let's
so
go.
I'm
Soup-
gonna put it behind Royal because I do think Royal is just that incredible.
All right. Super Bell Subway.
Okay, so I have another track I'd like to put in awesome, and the reason why I love Super Bell Subway is because I feel like the turns hit just right, and there's not a single turn I have any complaints about. I love the idea of going high or low towards the end with like the ramp. I think the shroom cut is just right for a shroom cut. It's not too crazy, but it still feels impactful enough to matter. The music slaps. It is incredible. I like how, depending on where you're at on like the tracks itself, you're either on the inside, the outside, or in between the trains and going in between them. Like, I just love everything about this course. I feel like the only people who complain about Super Bell Subway are just legitimately bad at the game because everything about this track is just pure top tier.
Like
This is the one of two like train tracks that I'm actually afraid of the train, which is a good thing
Yeah,
too.
like- yeah,
you
like-
should be afraid of the trains.
Like, I'm not as big of a fan of Super Bell as Slade, but I still think it's at the very least, it's a good track. It's a fun track. A little too chaotic at times, but I still think it's at the very least a good track to play on.
I
Yoshi,
think the chaos only comes from the players most of the time. That's
the
the track
players
itself.
is what creates the chaos. I think the track's actually like
I-
once you figure out how to run this course, it is as smooth as butter. Like it is just like putting on a glove that perfectly fits every time. Like it is great. I love it. It's amazing.
And I like how like even if you take a different path instead of like taking like the corners like before like where we're out where like no matter which way you go is the correct path in the
Yes.
train. Like you can go on top of the train, aside from the side of the train, whatever you want to go. It do whatever you want. Just do whatever you want. I love how open it is that you can
Yes.
play this track.
so what tier would you put it on your personal tier list? Yoshi?
I'm like Slade. I really
Awesome.
like this track.
Honestly, to me, it's a better track than Ribbon Road. But I'm willing because Byron probably has it in great somewhere.
I have
I'm
it
willing to
actually.
concede bottom of
I have it
awesome.
actually in good.
You have it
So
in
it's-
good?
Yeah,
So below
I
Ribbon and-
personally think it's a good track. There are tracks personally in my personal list that I would pick over Super Bell Subway, but I still think it's a good track. But
So then that's just, let's see. We got great. So if you have it on top of good, two of us have it in awesome.
It's in great
So
somewhere.
for me, this is going to gatekeep awesome for now until we fit other tracks in here. It probably gets bumped down to top of great, depending on how consensus goes on other tracks. So we have 2 out of 3 in awesome. So and I don't know. I think gatekeeping awesome is probably the best part.
I'll agree that it's in awesome on the communal tier list. I'll agree to that.
Yes.
I'll agree.
All right,
Our final
Big
crossover
Blue.
track. Big Blue. Yeah, Big Blue.
And I will say this is the best section track in the game. Easily. I think it's better than Mount Wario. It's better than Rainbow Road by a lot. Not even close. And I also like the water aspect of it added on top of it being an F-Zero course as well. Kind of feels like a water slide.
Is that bias based on F-Zero though?
Not really. Big Blue wasn't really like that in F-Zero. Honestly.
Really?
That's weird. That's weird.
Like, there's like water in the background, but it's never on the course itself.
It's.
I
like it better than Big Blue.
It's a great course, but it's not awesome.
Yeah,
it is definitely better than Big Blue.
Better than Mute City. Whoops. Yeah, I think it's better than Mute City. I still think, for me personally, it's in good. Like, it's fine.
I wouldn't say it's the best like section track. I still believe Mount Wario does like the whole idea the best, but I'll say it's like second in between.
Mount Wario is just too punishing for me, and I feel like Big Blue, while can be punishing, isn't anywhere near as bad. And you also have some nits that you could take to make it like super interesting. Don't really do on Mount Wario. So like,
it's a better. I'll say it's a better track, but like I'm saying like the sections and the way how it like plays out. It feels like an actual race though. So
yes, absolutely.
But and as a track, it's good. It's good enough. It's good for what it
Alrighty,
does.
so we have two goods and a great.
Good.
Yeah,
it's going in good. I think it's high good. I'm gonna put it above Water Park. To me, it's a better water level than Water Park because it is essentially a water slide.
All right, so I have an idea. Let's do a speed run of all the Tour City tracks.
Okay, but we'll have to do them as we get into them. So Paris Promenade is an okay track. I don't personally think it's great. I think it represents Paris, somewhat well. You have the Eiffel Tower and like stuff like that.
Yeah,
that being said,
it's fine.
Most tour tracks are forgettable. This one's no different.
This one has nothing to go for it either. Just
the
turns are awful. It's bland.
It's okay.
Okay. Below Mario Circuit for me, above Cloud Top and Cheeseland.
Perfect.
Another okay track, Toad Circuit.
It was already bad in the original game. This one just feels even worse.
And this one was, I think, the first track shown for the booster course pass. And
already we were like, this is kind of not getting off to the best foot.
Yeah.
Overall. To me, this isn't bad though. I think it's just low okay.
I'd say it's bad. It's the first course in Mario Kart 7 to introduce the mechanics of the glider.
It's course that's just straight up god awful, but we'll get into that.
But like the aesthetic is terrible. It's the one thing everyone on the internet, actually collectively hated on for how it looks. This is where it starts of the downgrade.
Like I'd probably put it like it's probably the best bad track.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Best bad track.
Yeah, best of the bad.
One we're not going to shotgun through because it's not in tour. N64 Choco Mountain. Yep. So here's the thing. This is a course that feels somewhat ruined.
It is. I love Choco Mountain, dude.
Yeah.
Choco Mountain in the original, punishing you for falling off the ramp and making you redo that section of the track was actually great. And I don't really like the fact that it's fenced off. And I don't know. I just feel like this course is a bit of a letdown. The original wasn't amazing either. Don't get me wrong. I think this is just an okay course. I think for ported courses over, it looks nice, but not much else.
I don't even say it looks nice anymore. I feel like the original did it better. Like I love how the foggy, or I know the fog is like a limitation, but like
foggier. I absolutely agree.
I guess I might have it the highest rated out of everybody. I think it's good.
Oh, okay.
I think it's good. There are tracks that I would pick over this, and there are tracks I would pick in place.
Okay, so Yoshi and I have it in okay, you have it in good. So we'll put it in high okay. Yeah. I'm gonna put it above Donut Plains 3, but actually no, we're gonna put it behind Blump Ruins.
Alright, it's time to get Coconut Mauled, y'all.
Okay, so obviously I'm going to preface this. This is worse than the original in every way. That being said, even a worse Coconut Mall is still a very good, borderline great course.
Yeah, I still think it's good.
Patch the cars a bit.
I feel like with a lot of removal of certain things, I feel like there's a lot more areas that's just empty, like of course the parking lot for one thing.
Yeah.
They removed the item, and it's just a big old square that nothing there now.
Yeah.
Before the patch cars, I feel like the cars still right now.
Don't get me wrong. This would be an okay course without the patched cars, and that's being generous.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I think they made this track better in Tour, which is funny. Because the bottom path
instead.
the bottom path is where the glider is, and the top path is the other way around. No, I had it right. The bottom course is where the glider is, and then the top is where the pad, the fucking boost pad is.
Yeah.
So
okay, below Animal Crossing, above Shy Guy Falls. That's where I got it. What about you guys?
In the bottom, yes, in the bottom.
Yeah, bottom. All right, okay. Tokyo Blur.
Boring, bad.
This is the worst tour track.
Really?
In the game, yeah. Tokyo Blur just straight up epic sucks, bro. It doesn't even represent Tokyo correctly. Like, there's no aesthetic to it. The music's pretty okay for the most part, but like, it's just a bad course. The 3 lap gimmick is also terrible. Everything about this is one of the worst, if not the worst, tour course out of all of them.
This is the one 3 different lap thing that goes kind of the same way. There's no real changes, as a tour track, which is funny enough. They all lead to the same way. This is straight up
a bad course. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Byron, what do you think?
I'd probably have it at like bottom of okay.
Okay.
Top of terrible. Around
bad.
There.
Okay,
all right. We're putting it in bad terrible.
Above dry. Yeah. I personally think Toad's Circuit's better. That's not saying much.
Yeah.
That's where I got it.
Shroom Ridge from Mario Kart DS. It's fine.
Boring. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, I do like some of the turns at the beginning. I think they're pretty neat. But really, outside of that, this course is just kind of inoffensive. I'm on a highway course. I think okay is about the right spot for it. That's probably where I'd put it.
Yeah.
There's nothing interesting about it. It's hard to even say this is like a city track type of thing. I'm sure there's cars.
Better Toad's Turnpike? Maybe. At least Toad's Turnpike has like an inward drift niche, though. This doesn't really have anything. Yeah, I'm gonna go below Toad's Turnpike, but above Mario Circuit.
All right, next up, GBA Sky Garden.
Yeah, so
oh boy, here we go.
Here's the thing: this is obviously way worse than the original, but it's not a bad course.
DS did it better,
Absolutely.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
To me, it's a Coconut Mall thing where it's like just because it's worse than the original in every conceivable way. The original is good enough to where like even a bad version of that course is like okay, if not good.
Yeah.
To me, this is towards the top of okay. I'd probably put it above Thwomp Rooms, but below Mount Wario.
It's weird just drive. This is a very janky fucking course to drive on.
It does feel kind of janky.
Yeah.
Especially towards the middle with like the shroom bounce.
Oh my god, dude. That's the one thing. You can miss the fucking shroom or it's bounced in a weird angle and like, alright, cool.
Alright, I'm dead. Man, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Alright.
Okay, so it's okay then. We all agree on okay.
Ninja Hideaway, which the game doesn't mark as a tour track, even though it is a tour track. It was in tour first by like months, but whatever, Nintendo.
I guess.
Yeah. Yoshi, you said it was awful.
I do not like this track.
So here's the thing. I don't like the track, but it's not a bad track. I could be like completely and totally unbiased. Because to me, it's a bad track in my opinion. But like, if I were to remove subjectivity to it, I think the course looks pretty neat, right?
Yes.
I think a Ninja Hideout's pretty cool. I like the transition from like flying to like the rooftops and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like it.
I think
that's nice.
Like, it's a nice, like, inoffensive course. I think it looks pretty neat.
But there's so many things that block from doing anything, or something that removes you from trying to perform anything at all.
Yeah.
To me, the whole, if you go bottom path, the shurikens at I don't like or understand those.
If you go above the circuit, the fucking thing that goes down can ruin you.
Yeah, oh my god, I've had that happen.
I personally actually like the fact that it goes up and down.
Yeah.
But I also understand that that's not the best mechanic in the world.
Yeah.
And the one shortcut is so like hard to get to. I don't know. People go for such fun times, but like it's so hard to maneuver towards it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's not even worth going for half the time.
Yeah.
All right, got a raid from Rune, Yoshi. I know we're recording
Hey,
this for the channel,
Rune,
but
how
I
you
couldn't
doing?
help on mission. How's it going,
How you
Rune?
doing? I think
Alright.
I think it's meh. Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and I'll put it at the bottom of okay, but to me, this is like gatekeeping okay.
Mhm.
It's like you could make an argument that this is a bad course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, New York Minute. It's fine.
I wanted to like this so much, dude. It was
So
so
did
good.
I.
It was so good in Tour. Why did they add fucking water physics on this track, dude? That was the one thing that hold it back to me. Honestly.
Okay, explain real
Yeah,
quick.
they did. It's slippery.
Wait, it's
And
slippery.
then,
That's
hide-
okay.
It's
Yeah.
slippery.
I guess I don't
It
feel
feels
it,
so
but
much worse because of it.
I think again it's okay. It's okay. That's a theme with a lot of the booster course passes. Okay.
I like the music though. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
the music is quite nice, but to me, this
Yeah.
is another tour short course that's just pretty forgettable. Nobody really cares or
Yeah.
likes them for the most part.
Speaking of another
I'm in
course
that
that's
category. I'm gonna put this at above Ninja Hideaway, but it's
Yes.
still like not high.
That's exactly what I was going to put it to.
speaking of forgettable, Mario Circuit 3 that can go in man okay in my personal tier list because it's a Mario Circuit from the SNES. So, like good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck being at least a good track.
I think this is probably the most forgettable Super Mario or not the new Super Mario Kart. That's what I was looking for. Track, because even Donut Plains 3, as much as I don't like how they did it, it's still pretty memorable thanks to its like shortcuts and skipping items and stuff like that.
And also, at the very least, it's got the base game graphics to it, whereas Mario Circuit 3, it's got the tour booster course pass slapped together graphics.
Yeah, so to me, this is merely an okay course. Because to me, I'll never think this course is bad, simply because I love the original course. But like, I think in terms of Mario Kart 8, it's just a very okay course.
Yoshi, what do you think?
It's bad. I like. Jesus Christ, dude! I never even liked this course in Wii either. This is the one this is the one course that could have been made that could have looked better. Honestly, I don't like the aesthetic of this course.
Like,
I kind of wish they'd just go all out with it and make a course that's like 3D but pixel art. Like, do something crazy like that.
Yeah, at least I would like it for being ambitious or something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
but okay, so Yoshi has it bad. Byron and I have it towards medium to low. Okay, so I have it above Ninja Hideaway and New York Minute, but that's me personally.
Yeah. All right.
Where do you think, Byron?
I think it's fine where it is. All right.
The first poisoned course.
A good course. Let's get to some good courses now. Calamari Desert.
Okay, so this is a good course, but it is a little bit ruined from being in tour and then put into this. Lap 3 is an absolute travesty.
Yeah.
Essentially what they do is in the middle of lap 2, they're cutting out half of lap 2 and half of lap 3. So it's really only a 2-lap course.
Yeah.
And it's not good that they do that. I like that they force you into the tunnel because I always thought that was something that was super neat about the originals. You could go in the tunnel and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I just don't like how it's implemented. I feel like what they should have did is instead of putting a lap marker in the tunnel, they should have just made you go another lap, just straight up raw all around the course for lap 3.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a little bit on the long side, but I mean, with how many short courses we have in this game, I don't think it's bad if we got a long, track every now and then.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, I do think it's good, maybe okay.
It's okay. I miss the original or the old any other iteration of this. Aside from this,
all right. So I guess communal top of okay. I guess, or
we'll
just communal okay. Just communal.
Yeah, because I like it more than Mount Wario, but that's just me personally. All right, the most overrated track in the
Slade.
game.
No, come on.
It is so overrated. Like, it's amazing for on the DS. Don't get me wrong.
Look,
but this shit in Mario Kart 8 is terrible. I don't care what anybody says. Like, the sound effects aren't exactly great and able compared to the original.
Okay. I will.
The pinball itself is stupid towards the end and the middle. Like, to me, everyone raved about this track like it was going to be the best thing ever, and it fell woefully short. Now, is it a bad course? No. I think it's okay, maybe even good, but it is not a top 5 course. It's not even remotely close.
I agree with that. I agree with the sound effects, but come on. You don't love the look? You don't love the idea of a pinball Mario Kart course?
Look better on the DS.
The concept is good. When they change it to how it is now, no, it's not that great.
Man, I guess I'm the highest rater of this course here. I have it at the very least in good.
Okay, well, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's a bad course. I think it's a good course, right? I think, maybe like second half good. The problem is when people see this video, they're gonna be like, "Why the hell don't you have this in awesome?" Because everyone literally chokes and slobbers all over this course for no reason other than nostalgia. And I don't understand. It's not that good.
So like what Pokemon does with Charizard?
Yes, honestly, and I love Charizard. Charizard's the GOAT. Don't you ever forget it. But no. To me, I'd probably put it above Mario Kart Stadium. But it's not great. It's not awesome. It's merely a decent course. It's a good course.
Yoshi, what tier would you put it in on your personal tier list?
Probably a little lower, but
yeah.
I mean, Waluigi Pinball was like a fun track.
The fans really wanted it. It was a very highly requested course.
Yeah.
I never felt I never had the hype for it. It's great. The music is nice. I love the pinball aesthetic, but I don't know. I feel like now I guess I outgrew the course. There's not too many aesthetics of the pinball. The ball's there and all that. But
you really feel it when you get towards the end of the course, where there's the bumpers and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's just about it. Honestly,
it doesn't feel a bit lower. Actually, we'll put it below Coconut Mall.
You don't get that magic. I guess you don't get that magic feeling that you did from the DS version, though.
Yeah. Okay. A tour course that's actually good. Sydney Sprint.
Yeah, I do think this one's decent. I agree.
Yeah, Sydney Sprint is good. It's
very pretty course. I think the music's actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
I kind of love most of the turns. I think this is the one that I would prefer racing on. I think one of the tour courses looks much better than this one, but I do think this is a really good tour course. I think this is the first tour course that I didn't hate.
Yeah.
That was released.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Yoshi?
So what do you think, Yoshi?
Honestly, this one's a little bit forgettable for me. I haven't played.
Forgettable is also a word I'd use to describe it, yes. But I'd rather a tour course be forgettable than what we got, which is not good.
I mean, I think this is just low okay for me, honestly. I can't think of a good thing about this course at all.
Yeah, to me, bottom of good, low good was the highest I was ever going to put it. What do you think, Byron?
I have it probably on my personal tier list more towards middle good, but
I think top of okay, or maybe even very bottom of good and have it gatekeeping good.
Yeah.
No, we'll put it top of okay. I think Yoshi's low enough to drag our average down.
All right.
Now this fucking course is this is the course I will avoid actively.
Really? Okay. Okay. GBA Snowland. Yoshi, get your gripes out of the way.
It's so fucking basic. It's nothing to it, dude. You do 3 turns and that's it. That's the race.
Bro, there could have been a really cool NISC, but they fucking void you out and have the Lakitu grab you. So you can't even do cool things on this course. It's just bad.
You go in a small loop. There's a big old ice area, but you're not going to the outer parts. You're curving around the small cracks. The item box avoids you. I'm joking, but I don't know.
I'm with you. It's bad.
It's awful, dude. Even
wow.
the shortcut at the end doesn't do anything for you. It's just there. It's cool.
It doesn't even look pretty either. Definitely got a tour fight or something.
Wow. I'm being the kindest one here. I think it's at the very least top of okay on my personal tier list, but
Too bad, 1 and okay. You say top of okay.
yeah,
So you
closer
like it
to the
better
top.
than Sydney Sprint, Calamari Desert, Mount Wario. I guess
No.
Sky Garden's a
I
bit
had
high.
Sydney in good on my personal tier list.
Okay, so you like it better than Calamari Desert. You had that in good too.
Yeah. I'm saying, yeah, like I on my personal tier list, I have both Sydney Sprint and Calamari above Snowland. But
I think this has to go in bad. I think it's one of the worst remakes this game's put out.
too bad. One top of okay. All right, I'll fucking.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
been
top
okay.
of bad. I don't know. Toad Circuit or Snowland, guys?
Snowland. I'll take Snowland over Toad Circuit all day.
I feel like a Toad Circuit apologist. I'd almost rather play on Toad Circuit.
Really crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of say, but like,
Really?
That's fine.
Okay.
I can live with top of bad so long as it's in bad
Dollar,
where it
dollar.
belongs.
All right.
Right.
Mushroom Gorge from the melee of Mario Kart Wii.
I'm so sad on this course, dude. I love Mushroom
could have
Gorge.
been greatness. It's so close, and it's just not good.
It brought.
All right, what's y'all's issues with it?
It brought back the issues of why it was, kind of iffy in Marker Wii.
Yeah.
That was unavoidable.
I will say this: I like the fact that it has the disc at the end. It should be a little bit easier to pull off, and I also don't like the fact that there is a shroom in the middle that you could glide off of. I feel like you should force everybody to bounce off those fucking shrooms like real men in Mario Kart racers.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that like they shouldn't have had a glider mushroom.
And there's still no reason to go left at the section towards the middle beginning.
Yeah,
it was straight up slower. I was hoping they would fix that with something, and they didn't. Like
that was a Marker 7 change, and they just brought that with it.
I think this is an okay course. I'm not gonna say it's a bad course because it's not.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I'm gonna put it towards the lower half of okay, though. I think it's above Paris Promenade, but below Mario Circuit.
I also want to add it's very ugly in this game too.
Yes, absolutely. They could have prettied this thing up.
Now a track. I love it aesthetically. It's Sky High Sunday, baby.
I hate racing this track, dude.
It's terrible. I don't even think the aesthetic's pretty. I think it's kind of fugly with what they do with the graphics. I like that they tried the aesthetic, but I felt like towards the beginning half of the DLC, none of these courses outside of maybe Ninja Hideaway looked pretty whatsoever. And then they started to step up their game quite a bit during the second half to match more base game.
Mm-hmm.
This course is not good. It's a bad course.
Damn.
It's a fully anti-gravity course as well. The entire time. For once, I guess.
Damn,
they overdid it with like the ramps, the last drift is probably the only okay part. Everything about this, it's a Fall Guys course. You know, it's exactly
Fall
right.
Guys.
Why
said as much with this game when it came out? He said, "Is this a Fall Guys course?"
Yeah,
this Fall Guys ass looking level's bad.
Yeah,
why is the railing a fucking thing you could turn on? Why is that like an actual
it should actually crash you.
Yeah.
Like, no, this course is bad. I have it below Snowland and Toad Circuit, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll put it in bad.
Alrighty, London Loop, another pretty somewhat forgettable tour course.
I honestly don't remember anything about this track.
It's okay.
It's fun aesthetically.
It's fine.
To me, I don't think it's a bad course. I just think it's like most tour courses, absolutely forgettable.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not even like good to drive on like Sydney Sprint. It's more like a Paris Promenade type of forgettable. Yeah, I just think it's bottom of okay. Wherever we have Paris Promenade is probably where I'd put this as well.
All right, GBA Boo Lake.
It's great aesthetically.
Amazing. It's so pretty. I love what they did, how they submerged half of it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. And then, racing on it is another story, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, I don't hate it, but I will admit that it's not great.
I think it's good.
I think some of those turns kind of overdo it a bit, especially towards the middle and end.
But it's a short track. You'll be done with
Yeah,
it.
it is a short track, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. I think that the aesthetics and the music kind of boost it up a bit.
Yeah.
I am willing to put it in good.
Yeah, I have
I'd say top of okay.
I have it in good on my.
So I think we put it lower half of good. I'm gonna put it below Shy Guy Falls, but above Cheap Cheap Beach. And like I say, we always knew that good was gonna be a crowded tier.
Yeah.
So. All right. 3DS Rock Mountain.
Ooh. Rock.
I never liked this course in 3DS, and I still don't like it here.
Yeah, to me, it's an okay course. I think there's some pretty neat stuff for this course in terms of, like, I think it's a great time trial course. Love it in time trials. That's probably the only thing I like about the course. I think kind of heavily impacted by items. It also doesn't look great, but I guess it's because it's such a large course that they couldn't go all out.
Yeah.
On it aesthetically.
Like, I have it in my personal tier list probably at the top of okay. So.
Yeah, I think okay is a good place to put it. What do you think, Yoshi?
Okay, it's fine.
I'm gonna put it around. I'm gonna put it above Sky Garden.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right, Maple Treeway, another Mario Kart Wii track. Yeah, this is something the booster course pads had a lot of. It had, I think, like 11 out of 16 of the Nitro tracks for Mario Kart Wii. Insanity. Well, no, Mario Kart 8 in general. I don't know how many specifically the booster course pass had, but the booster course pass had a lot of Mario Kart Wii tracks.
Yes, and I don't think that's necessarily surprising. I feel like Mario Kart Wii, before Mario Kart 8, was the most popular Mario Kart.
Yeah,
out there.
Yeah, it's the best. It was the best selling.
Mario Kart.
Yeah,
I think that they did a really good job with this court, even if I don't think it's as good as the original. The music's also too quiet.
I think the issue is Mario Kart 8 does not like half pipes.
Yes.
Yeah, they try to incorporate something that doesn't, that wasn't meant for a game like this.
It doesn't work. If you're gonna have half pipes in a future Mario Kart, make it so your physics system and camera and stuff actually work with half pipes. So, I still think it's a good course, though.
Yeah, I think it's good. What do you think, Yoshi? We didn't get your thoughts.
I feel like it's one of those tainted cores like Mario Kart, Gord. I was gonna say George. I don't know. It's just the whole fun of it from the original is just not there. The giant wiggler is just,
Yeah, the giant wiggler's a non-factor. The wigglers need to do more. I agree.
Yeah.
I
the
don't
leaf
think
piles
it
are.
ruins it, though.
I don't think it ruins it. I feel like the part that really ruins it is the change they add to the end where the glider, it just does nothing. There's no fun to it.
Yeah.
The whole shortcut at the beginning of the track, it's massive now. It's not like out of the way like it used to be. It's still good to go for it, but like I don't know. I feel like it's just nothing. It's basic. It's just.
Okay, so you got it in okay then. Byron and I have it low good. So it's probably bottom of good. But honestly, give me your take real quick, Yoshi. Would you prefer playing on Maple Treeway or Ice Outpost or Wario Goldmine or Rainbow Red or what? Like, talk to me.
I'll keep it. If I'm putting it in good, I'll be keeping the bottom then. I'd rather play those two over Maple Treeway.
Okay, bottom of good it is then.
All right, next up, Berlin Byways. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
I think okay. Again, another tour track. I think this is actually one of the better ones, but like that's not saying much. Tour is not impressive by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
There's only one tour track I legitimately have in good or even great, but it's not this one.
Next up, Peach Gardens. How do we all feel about Peach Garden? I like the first 2 laps.
The first 2 laps of Peach Gardens, great. The third lap effing sucks. It's terrible, and it actually just straight up ruins the course. So yeah, I'm going to say it's bad.
Wow. Okay, I don't think it's that bad, but
it's a travesty what they did. They
Um,
completely ruined a great course.
I like how they tried to like incorporate like a reverse track, which I
They
kind of like the
Yeah,
concept
but
of.
like if you're
They
gonna
didn't go
do
all
a
the way.
reverse course, do it like Tour and go full whole hog. Just have it get rid of mirror mode and have reverse mode instead. Next
Yes.
Mario Kart, Nintendo, please give us Tour's reverse mode instead of mirror mode. Get mirror mode out of here. Mirror mode doesn't do anything anymore. It's pointless.
Okay, so I have it in bad. I think Yoshi has it in okay. Byron, where do you have it?
I still think it's a good track. Probably
Okay,
lower good, but
so it's probably middle-ish of okay then.
all right.
I think we put it below Mushroom Gorge.
This tier
then.
list is getting so big, I'm starting to not be able to fit into the into the video frame.
That's 96 courses.
Yeah.
All right, Merry Mountain.
Yeah, it's that time of the year, so it's appropriate to play on this track.
Terrible, awful.
It's just no. I'm with Yoshi. It's bad. The end is like this dumbest, most pointless part. Like I don't really care for it. Like to me, it is the most uneventful course.
It's the shortest. It's the most widest fucking track. There's nothing there to like
the
be in your way.
Is the only good thing about it, and even then, it's okay.
I guess I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be another one of those. Oh, my browser crashed. No.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
Hold on.
Finish.
So my take, it's gonna be another one of those situations where it's like, okay, it's gonna be another one of those bad, like two bad, one okay courses, though.
So top of bad. Okay, yeah. Yoshi, this or Snowland?
Oh god. Snowland.
Okay.
At least Snowland had like something to it.
Well, this or Toad Circuit then.
Oh, down.
It's
then
gotta be
more.
It's
Go down.
okay.
Go down some more then.
Yeah, I can't put it any lower because Byron does have it in okay.
Yeah.
It's better than Sky High Sunday. I'm a Sky High Sunday hater.
Damn.
Alrighty.
All right.
Rainbow Road.
Can we
and
pause?
In some people's opinion, the first good Rainbow Road they released. Your thoughts?
What happened?
Can
Hold
we
on.
pause? My browser crashed.
Oh,
all right,
okay,
we're back. Browser crashed, but yeah, Merry Mountains on our communal tier list. It's at the bottom. It's in
we
bad.
got it in bad.
All right.
All right.
Now a good course. 3DS Rainbow Road. Great course.
Yeah. And a lot of people actually say that this is the first good Rainbow Road add to this game. I disagree. I'm a SNES lover, so y'all.
First. Okay, that's a hot take right there.
I think it's a hot take too, personally, but I hear people say that. So, alrighty. So, 3DS Rainbow Road. Personally, I think it's a little bit overrated. I actually don't like a lot of the section, like with the part where like there's holes in the rainbow and you like fall through into the meteor section.
Mhm.
To me, that's too open. There's not a whole lot going on there.
Yeah.
And outside of that, like I just don't care for this course very much. I think it does some neat things, like it has like the moon, like the asteroid, like stuff like that. I guess that's the moon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an okay course. I think it's actually probably even good, but like it's not great by any means.
I think it's a good course. I think it's good. I have it in good. It is probably one of the better Rainbow Roads in this game, in my opinion. But...
Not saying much.
I think this is the one track that made me realize how massive these tracks became after coming from Tour. Now I make this because of that. Make this track feel like it's even easier. It's like the easiest Rainbow Road.
Yeah,
in a way. So like it got the aesthetic of a Rainbow Road, but like it doesn't have the challenge of the Rainbow Road anymore.
To be fair, that's something I would say about almost every Rainbow Road in this game.
I
think they definitely reeled it back in for difficulty because of how popular Rainbow Roads usually are. So they don't want casual fans to like absolutely hate the Rainbow Roads.
But that's the point, though. We grew up.
That is the point. I agree.
Yeah.
So Byron and I both have it in good. I'm assuming you have it in okay, Yoshi.
I'll put it in good.
All
Okay,
right,
so
communal good.
good.
Yeah.
So how good are we talking? Top of good? Because to me, I actually think it's better than like TikTok Talk and Big Blue and even Yoshi Circuit.
I wouldn't even go that far, honestly, though.
I think I probably have it in middle of the road of good on my personal tier list.
So
But
let's put it by Water Park and Piranha Plant Slide then. That way it's a bit lower.
all right,
Yeah,
another
that's
tour
okay.
track, Amsterdam Drift.
Yep, another pretty forgettable tour track.
It's fine. It's
I
okay.
think it's pretty neat that there's like the underwater section
Yeah.
and all that, even though it makes no sense why they put that in there.
Yeah,
But
it's still good.
It's fine as for what it is or what it does. I don't have any complaints with this one.
Yeah,
This one's fine.
It's okay.
So then hear me out, because we have all the tour tracks next to each other, because we all agree that they're all kind of forgettable meh for the most part.
Mhm.
Is this just the case with this one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep in mind, guys, the tour tracks in this row are not ordered because they're straight up so forgettable that I can't order them.
But we have another GBA banger.
And I want to say this is one of the most gorgeous tracks in the entire game.
Riverside Park. One of the 2 GBA courses I was hoping they'd bring back for the booster course pass, and they brought one of them back, Riverside Park. It looks so good. Such a fun track to play on.
Beautiful.
I
don't think racing on it is super incredible, but I think it's good.
It looks great. Yeah, racing
yeah.
is not. It's meh at best.
Yeah, racing on it is just kind of okay, but like I'll take a pretty track that has okay racing over a pretty track that's like absolutely fucking awful and nobody wants to race on it ever.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good track, guys.
Good communal,
low good.
Communal, good track. We have
good. Byron, where do you have it? High good, low good?
Probably medium. Good.
Okay, so
probably.
it's medium low then. Yeah. I'm gonna put it below Boo Lake right here.
All right, we have another track that gets affected by the fact that half pipes do not really work in this game. DK Summit.
Yeah. So I will say this is the track I was worried was going to be bad when they ported it over, but it is actually not bad. I actually think they did a pretty good job, minus the fact that half pipes don't work.
Okay, hold on.
I enjoy the NIS quite a bit.
Hold on.
But that being said, I don't think it's a great track. I just think it's merely good.
There's one gap. If you fall in it, you fucking fall. You fall.
Well, that's the risk,
you fall
right?
forever. Like I could read the entire instruction manual for like a Donkey Kong Country SNES game, and Lakitu still wouldn't have picked up my ass.
That one
the track's best feature, honestly.
I think that's just a carryover from the original.
Yeah.
Because you also fall for a while too, and you get that fucking whole animation thing too.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think the track's great. I just think it's good. What do you think, Yoshi?
It's fine.
It's isn't good for me.
So it's communal okay then. I got it. What we think? Dragon Driftway, Toaster Pike lower. We think in Peach Garden. It's better than Peach Gardens. That's
yeah,
me if you think otherwise.
Yeah.
I'll say it's better. It's
above.
It has to go above. Above Dragon Driftway, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm keeping it below Dolphin Shows because you know what? That music slaps, and I will not hear any slander against that music.
Okay. Speaking of tracks that I don't think we're gonna be slandering, Yoshi's Island, great track, awesome.
Okay. Let's get this out of the way because I understand that like we have like our criteria of like racing and stuff like that. This is the best aesthetic and music track in this game, bar none. It is the best track to reference any old title. It's like bends over Excite Bike, the F-Zero tracks over it. This is single-handedly the greatest track in terms of referencing any other title in this game, bar none. It's not even close.
Yes,
like you have Mike Tyson squaring up on amateur boxers. It's how amazing this person with the little chime at the beginning.
Yeah.
The Yoshi coins being replaced with the coins being replaced with the dragon coins.
Yeah, the flower at the end, the cloud to activate the bridge, all the Yoshi enemies.
The
Oh,
aesthetic
yeah.
of the course itself.
The whole
To
gimmick
me,
and everything is
this is
great.
awesome off of its aesthetic alone. This course is incredible.
Yeah.
Like to me, this is the magnum opus of what a course design in terms of like how pretty and how it looks and what it represents. It's just amazing.
Awesome tier for me all day.
And it's also a very good course to race on. It's not great, but it's good.
It's good.
In terms of racing on it, it's unfortunately I'll have to downgrade it a little bit.
Mhm.
Out of one small fact of that, why is the course so slippery? Like, it doesn't need to be that. Like, everywhere you go, even on the clouds and everything, on the little bridge.
The clouds, I disagree with. I think the clouds should be slippery. The stuff towards the beginning and then the end with like the bridge, it should be a little bit less slippery. I agree.
Like, it's nice, it's cool. I'll maybe do like high good, low great, but like I wouldn't say it's like a perfect type of track. I love everything about it. I know it's Yoshi and everything. I'm Yoshi,
Yeah.
you know.
You're a
but
Yoshi
Like I said,
YouTuber.
aesthetically, in terms of design, it is the cream of the crop, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't get any prettier than this. It doesn't get better music than this. It doesn't represent what it's supposed to represent any better than this.
So
to me, it is so boosted by those things.
Yeah. So we have a communal awesome because it's 2-1. So
yeah. So I will put it like top 3 and awesome.
Next up we have another tour. City course, we have Bangkok Rush.
Back to forgettable tour courses.
It's fine.
This one's okay.
I like that. I like that it's like sunset. That's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. It is pretty.
Is this the one where you like bounce on top of like those little tents?
Yes.
Or,
yeah. Honestly, to me, there isn't any like locale that screams it's Bangkok.
Yeah.
That makes it like feel like you're in Bangkok. Like these other tour courses, other than maybe Amsterdam Drift, you can definitely tell you're driving.
Yeah, you can tell.
New York
they at least have like some big marquee thing, like, hey, this is
Bangkok
the
Rush
city.
Really have none of that. So I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the tour courses, even though like they're all pretty forgettable. Yes, Mario Circuit.
All right, here's the better Mario Circuit, like that I talked about like an hour plus ago. Yeah, this is I honestly, for me personally, I have it in great.
Yeah. Honestly, I can agree with that. I think in terms of being, and a lot of the Mario courses are somewhat kind of like generic and whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like this feels more like a Super Mario level than the other Mario circuits and stuff do.
Honestly,
and I think that is a mark in the course's favor.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably my favorite Mario circuit of all of them.
This is the one time this is the one time I didn't feel like a DS like type of feeling from a course like this. I feel like it's its own thing a little bit too. You know what? Like, I love all the extra changes they add to it, especially like with the little wiggle at the end. He's sleeping, and then like lap 3, he wakes up. He's just walking around along with you on the track and all that. That's great. Cool. Piranha plants are actually doing something, like spinning fireballs. They do. This is the only time you see piranha plants like that's not like just trying to munch on you. They actually doing something on the track.
Yeah.
So this is communal great.
Yeah.
Yeah, communal great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so how high up here? Because like to me, it'd be the bottom of great personally.
Probably.
I know Byron probably have it higher.
Probably mid great for me.
Okay, what about you, Yoshi?
Bottom. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 2 at the bottom of great.
All right.
We're gonna average down.
Waluigi Stadium from Double Dash.
Okay. I think the course looks fantastic.
Yes.
I cannot believe they made Waluigi Stadium look this good.
Yes. That
being said, they can't do half pipes. They completely ruined the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
With the piranha plants and stuff like that. But I still think the course is good, even with the middle section ruined. Because let's be real, the middle section being ruined didn't really impact this course overall anyway. Yeah,
I still think it's good.
I think it's a
good yeah. I don't know. This course is okay. This is the one tour track that actually made it look nicer and everything, but like I think all the extra additions to it is just unnecessary. I feel.
I think the higher path thing unlike the ramps going into the last 2 turns, are dumb, and there's no reason for them.
And
Unless they're playing safe from the last one. I don't like those.
I hate how the way you have to get up there is using the half pipes.
Yeah.
Too.
Like I said, that's probably the one mark against the track I have. But like I said, it's amazing that they made this track look pretty. I did not think that was possible.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
so
it's
I'm
like
low
high,
good.
okay.
But you got high, okay. Byron, what are you thinking? Wearing good.
I'm thinking probably lower good, probably.
Okay, so we're putting at the very bottom of good then, because I had it very low good. That's 2 low goods to 1 high, okay? So I think that's fair.
Okay. Probably the best tour track, the best tour city track.
Yeah, this
right
is the
here.
best tour track. This is the only one I actually
Singapore
enjoy.
Speedway.
Yes. So I think this track knocks it out of the park, looks very pretty, has great music, and is the one tour track that I will actually pick over a lot of other courses in this game.
Honestly, yeah.
To me, this is actually, this might be like crazy. I think this is a great course, simply because, despite it being a tour course, I'm actually willing to pick this. And to me, that's a miracle.
What do you think,
But,
Yoshi?
like, I'm probably more towards the high end of good with it.
What do you
What
do you
really
think,
that
Yoshi?
high?
Yeah. Like, I at least have it in good.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I did really everything about the old electric courses.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's fine.
So I'm probably gonna put it below Water Park, but have it above Rainbow Road. Actually, no, it goes above Water Park. I'm sorry, but below Big Blue. Alrighty, our next tour course,
Athens Dash.
which I think this is the most memorable tour course in terms of aesthetics, right?
I wanted
like,
to like this course though.
But that being said, I feel like racing on this course feel like it low-key kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But not so bad that it ruins the aesthetic. So personally, it's going with all the other tour courses here.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
it's meh. It's
I think I'm going to put it towards the higher end of the tour courses, though. But this is loosely, if not ordered at all.
yeah. All right. Daisy Cruiser from Double Dash, another Double Dash track.
I think they did a good job with Daisy Cruiser. I think it looks all right. I like the fact that you could go on the left now of Daisy Cruiser.
Honestly, I don't
trick
like
into the
that.
pole, stuff like that.
I know it would be way too chaotic if like everybody had to go one direction, but I kind of liked that.
I wish the tables would screw people over more.
Yes, also that. Yeah,
they don't
I agree.
do it enough.
Yeah,
in this remake.
It's because it's less tables than before.
yeah.
It's only like 3 compared to like 6.
Something like that. I think it is merely good.
But
yeah, communal good probably.
It's good, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the upper
yeah.
part of good. I have it above TikTok
I would.
and Yoshi Circuit. I guess I'll put it. You know what? No, I'm gonna be that guy. It's above Hyrule Circuit too. I think
Wow.
it's this high on good.
Mm.
What do you guys think? Higher or lower?
I think lower, but that's just me.
I think it's a little bit too basic though to be that high up though.
Okay, then we're averaging it down to around Singapore then.
All right.
Yeah.
Moonview Highway from Mario Kart Wii.
Very pretty.
Tainted.
But tainted. Yes. I think this course, it's supposed to be difficult. And I think it's bounced around the idea, and I hate saying this because like Mario Kart Wii was that way. It's much better when you have a bike that you do wheelies on that limit your movement. You have to actually think about when and where you're wheeling.
Mhm.
And when you remove that aspect of the game, the course just falls short. I think it's just way better in Mario Kart Wii than it could ever be in Mario Kart 8. That's just my take.
I think it's meh in this game. It's okay. It's
so
fine.
bad, okay. I guess that's okay for you. What do you think, Yoshi?
I used to fear this, not really fear, but like I used to like, despise this track in the original game. In this game, however, this is another issue. It's way too fucking big. Like there's nothing really threats.
Yeah.
In this fucking thing.
Well, the original being hard was what made it so good.
Exactly. It was in the original. It was even skinnier. I understand like they're trying to like compact for 12 players, but like it's 12 players in that game too. the whole point of it is like, from the original Toad's Turnpike, it's supposed to be a small, skinny area. You're trying to avoid the cars. You may run into the bomb cars. The cars was a frightening thing to come across.
Yeah.
And because it's so big, like I never seen anyone taking the other path, the original right side path where there's item boxes and everything. No one goes that way anymore because like it's hard to get to that side of the road now because of how big it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think they made it too wide, and I feel like again a lot of people were scared of the original because it was legitimately challenging.
Yeah.
But to me, that's what made the original so great, and the fact that they dumbed that down a lot just really hurts it. So I think it's just an okay track. I wouldn't ever put it into bad because I think it's nowhere near some of these stinkers down here.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But that's just me.
One track that's clean.
I think I'm gonna put it above the Tour tracks and Peach Guards, but below Mushroom Gorge.
Yeah.
Put it above Gorge, actually.
Yeah, fair enough.
One track that's certainly not a stinker because you'll be feeling clean playing this is Squeaky Clean Sprint. It's an awesome track. It's that aesthetic and style that I love. It's the small characters in a big, real world. That will.
And I'm gonna be that guy. It is the best original track of the DLC, and possibly I might even go this far. The best original track in the entire game. I think this is also an awesome track. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I never thought racing around in like a bathtub, a sink, and bathroom appliances, all that would be so fun, but it is. And I think with like the slippery mechanics with like drifting and stuff like that, it actually feels really fun to play on too.
Yeah.
It makes sense as well. I don't think I like the drainage area, unfortunately, but everything else is fine.
Yeah, but it's like maybe the one knock is like that little drainage area, but like the rest of the course is incredible.
Like you're in that drainage area for maybe 10 seconds at most.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, take a bath, gamers. Like if you hate it, that's because you don't shower.
Yeah, take a bath, gamers, and don't lose your wedding ring though in the drainage.
To me, this is awesome. I know Byron had awesome. Yoshi, where would you have it personally?
I'm putting good, unfortunately though. It's
so it's all right. So it's communal.
Okay, but that's four courses that like I have to let gatekeep awesome. We gotta have at least 5 courses in awesome, and I feel like we're not gonna fill those out at this point.
Sorry, Yoshi, you got.
Oh, I feel like there are other. I mean, we're going to get to 5. I feel like that, but like,
nah.
I don't.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Okay, I'll put it at top of grade for now, but just know that I don't feel comfortable with this. With 2 awesomes in here, it doesn't.
I mean, it's a fine for what it is and what it does.
All right. Next up, it is Los Angeles Laps.
Oh, look, yet another forgettable tour course. This one's actually not too bad. I like the start of it a lot.
Yeah.
I think there's some pretty neat things, but
the third lap is terrible.
Yeah,
the third lap like sucks donkey doo-doo. It's not good. Like, we're just gonna slap with the rest of the tour courses.
Yeah.
That's
you know what? Here's another track that's okay. Sunset Wilds.
Yeah, this is a course I wanted to love because it kind of reminds me of the SNES Donut Plains. Or not Donut Plains, I'm sorry, Choco Valley, Choco Mountain ones.
Yeah.
But like it's just not good.
It doesn't even do the gimmick. Which is setting the sun. It just doesn't. It's a GBA track that didn't get the same treatment as, say, Ribbon Road, as Riverside Park. Like, it didn't get that type of treatment. It got like the SNES track type treatment.
Right.
Terrible.
I'm with you guys. To me, it's an okay course, or maybe even like high.
I feel it should be in bad, unfortunately.
You know what? Yeah, I think they butchered it enough to where I'd put it at the top of bad. I don't think it's as bad as Snowland, but like yeah. All right, Wii Koopa Cake, a fan favorite from the Wii, and honestly, I think out of all the Wii courses, this is possibly the one they did the best job at importing into Mario Kart 8. That being said, I don't feel like they did a great job for any of the Wii courses for the most part.
Really? Even considering that, like, half the track is half pipe. Half the track is
Yeah,
half pipe.
but to be fair, let's be honest about like the half pipe section. Nobody really used the half pipes
I
when
guess-
racing in Mario Kart Wii anyway.
But
So,
they
like,
also took away the like Koopa shell things with the bolts of lightning. That obstacle that they had there. Very disappointed in that. But I think it's good.
yeah, I think that minimum is good. Personally, I have it in great, but it's not high grade. It's like middle to low grade.
It's okay, high, okay to me.
Okay, so good it is.
Yep, good.
I think because of the changes, it doesn't feel. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is, but like, I don't know. I feel like every little change they did is they just kind of butcher it a little bit. Like even at the end, you know, that little waterfall.
The fact that you can't get zapped and shrunk is
Yeah.
a travesty.
Yeah, that's
That needs to be
disappointing.
over.
That's the one
They
thing, but the
make
waterfall at
these
the end, you'll get sucked in
easier for no
anymore.
reason.
Yeah.
Other than like to not scare off kids and casuals.
Yeah.
Okay, so middle of good.
Yeah.
Cause you had it in okay, but like to me it's better than Waluigi Pinball. I don't think that's debatable.
Where's Waluigi Pinball again?
Towards the middle of good.
Oh,
Personally, it's
yeah.
too high, but Byron had it really high up, so like,
I put it above Coconut Mall though.
yeah, you know that's right. I don't like Coconut Mall as much as Koopa Cave. I think this is the fine spot for it.
All right, next up, Vancouver Velocity. Probably
Another
I think it's
tour course.
I think it's in the upper echelon of the tour courses.
Yeah, I think
personally.
it's like it's not up there with whatchamacallit.
Singapore.
Yeah, it's nowhere close to Singapore, but in terms of the best of the rest, I am willing to concede that it's the best city tour course
Yes.
out of all of them.
Yep.
But to me, it's another tour course based on a city that just doesn't feel very good.
Yeah. Yoshi, your thoughts?
Thoughts?
Rome.
No, Vancouver,
Vancouver,
Yoshi.
then Rome.
Sorry, I forgot about
Jesus,
that.
you're
dude.
sleepwalking through this now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
I
leaving
got-
it with the
All right.
tour. It's the tour.
All right,
track
now
thing.
nearly 3 hours in, we're finally getting to the big one, the final wave, the final 8 tracks of the game. And Yoshi, you know what? Let's just start with Rome for you. What'd you think of Rome?
Better than fucking Athena's fucking.
Yes. Honestly, I'm going to separate this from the other tour courses. It's still going to be an okay, but I think it is.
I actually really enjoyed this one.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I think aesthetically this course is great, and I think it is definitely a cut above the rest of the core course. Honestly, I think I'd put it up here by Sydney, maybe even above Sydney. But to me, I just can't push it into good because I still feel like it lacks. You know,
It's still a tour with those confusing different
Yeah.
laps and everything, but like
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck
It's
that
still-
transition to lap 3. By the way, hate
Yeah.
it. It's so bad.
Yeah. Next up, DK Mountain.
They
the GameCube.
almost completely ruined this. And I
Really?
say almost. Because they took out, or attempted to take out, that crazy drift cut where you could cut it over like the back. But if you hit it just right, you could still do it and it still saves a good chunk of time. So it doesn't feel the same. But they failed in ruining it, which they tried really hard to ruin it. It's still definitely a lot worse than the original or the Wii version, because the Wii version is actually even better than the original, in my opinion.
yeah.
I think this is a very good course. Like I said, they tried their damnedest to ruin it, but they failed.
Yeah, I think it's in good.
I will say this, making it a lot harder to do the cut. I don't necessarily think it makes it better, but I do like the fact that it's harder because it gatekeeps more people out of doing it, I guess. So I'll take it. But like I said, it's just a good course. It's not great.
Yeah.
What do you think, Yoshi?
GameCube guy again.
GameCube guy.
Aesthetically, I'm starting with aesthetic. The mountain looks good. Everything
Yeah.
else, just color and everything. We somehow did it better. You know, Wii's would be the ugly one.
Yeah.
I think again, wide. It's too fucking big. The whole going down the mountain part, especially. Those rocks that all rocking, they're just
Non-factor now.
yep.
To be fair, they were already a non-factor in Wii, but it's even less of a factor than it was in Wii, which is really saying something.
Yeah.
Okay,
the-
so what do you think, Yoshi? Good. Okay.
fuck. Near high. Okay. So I guess
Byron,
above
where do you got
Wario
it?
for me.
Where do you got it, Byron? Good. Okay. Good.
I've got it in good.
Okay, we'll put it in low good. I'm gonna put it above Ice Ice, but below Wario's Gold Mine.
All right. Little controversial opinion. Daisy Circuit. I always thought it was okay. It was meh. I think it's still okay. It's still meh. It's whatever.
I don't think that's controversial. I actually agree with the take. I don't think Daisy Circuit was ever that great. I think it's just okay. And yeah, I think it continues its trend of mediocrity. It's just okay.
Yep.
But I'm a little on the opposite side of the spectrum here. I mean, it's not saying it's the best type of thing ever. It is again tainted because of Tor. But I think this is like the better rendition of this map a little bit.
Yeah.
It is very pretty. It's like it's not out of the way.
It is gorgeous, but I don't like the track.
It makes you feel. It does make you feel smaller because of how big it is. Like even the sidewalks and everything just feel like it's this massive. I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I guess I'm just going back to the same point. It's okay. But like,
it's okay. So we all agree that it's okay.
I try to make up reasons for like it's not bad. You know, it's not like
again, okay, it's not bad. I don't think, like I said, I think we're a little bit too harsh with our bad tier. To me, what constitutes as bad is so extreme that like a lot of these quotes we have down here in bad, I would actually bump up to okay, or that, or create a tier below bad and make it very bad. Because like, I think we're a little too harsh with some of these courses, but we all agree that Daisy Circuit's okay.
Yeah.
How okay are we feeling? Because to me, it's like way better than Peach Gardens. I'd probably put it up here with like Toad's Turnpike and Dragon Driftway. Maybe not above DK Circuit, but that's just me personally. I don't know. Where are you guys feeling at here in okay?
I think it's like mid to low. Okay.
I guess it's fine right there.
Maybe a bit lower. So maybe we put it right here at the top of the third line then.
Yeah, not definitely below Mario Circuit.
All right. The final original tour track, Piranha Plant Cove.
And honestly, this course is actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I actually really like this course.
Yeah, I put it in like mid good.
I think aesthetically, it's probably one of the better Piranha Plant courses.
Yes.
Though honestly, it feels more like the eel from Super Mario 64.
Yeah, it's eel. It's eel
Piranha
Cove.
Plant course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be called Eel Cove. Honestly.
Yeah.
Can the eel come out to play?
Yeah.
And that being said, I do think this is a very good course. It's not. It's bordering on great. It's so close. It's missing something. And I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but that's just my take. What do you guys think?
I feel like it's good.
Yeah. All right. Communal good then.
Okay, I'm gonna put it below Hyrule Circuit, but above Moo Moo Metals.
All right. Madrid Drive. I wish we went through the stadium more.
Yes, absolutely. It's one of these courses that I feel like it's screwed by its changing laps mechanic.
Yeah.
Because I do think lap 3 is actually an incredible lap.
Yes.
And if all 3 laps were lap 3, then this would actually be a great course.
Absolutely.
But you still have to deal with those first 2 laps, and they're so forgettable and nonsense that's just that.
Yeah, it's meh. Yoshi, your thoughts on Madrid?
It only has like one good session, so it's okay.
All right.
Yeah, so unfortunately it's okay. I'm going to put it above most of the other tour courses, but below Vancouver.
All right. 3DS Rosalina's Ice World.
Bad. I'm sorry. They messed this track up quite a bit. I think It's a very pretty course, but only some sections are pretty. Other than that, it's kind of just generic ice cave nonsense. You don't really get to appreciate its aesthetics overall.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I just don't like this course. Some parts are too wide, other parts are
Yeah,
too thin. It feels like they never find that right
Like,
balance at any point
I,
in this course.
I think it's very meh. It's like, it's an ice world, yes, but it doesn't really scream Rosalina or like Mario Galaxy.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
there's
like
there's like one thing is at the very beginning of the course where you see
Mm.
Rosalina's like comic observatory.
Yeah.
Observatory, yeah. But like that's the most you'll get from that course, I'll say.
yeah. So, what are you guys thinking? I have it in bad.
I
You
I
have
have
it
it
okay,
bottom
okay.
of meh, okay.
Okay, Yoshi.
I want to say it's like
Alright,
it's like
bottom
one
mid.
a decent like ice track.
Yeah, it's decent.
Shit, dude.
Okay, well, if we put it in like bad, or we put it at the bottom of okay, we would effectively be saying outside of Snowland, it is the worst ice track in the game. Do we agree with
Yeah,
that sentiment?
I don't feel it's like that.
So at that point, maybe I would.
Maybe like high okay or not high okay, low okay. Like
But this is the thing, like we actually, I think, what's the next lowest ice track? Isn't it like
Snowland.
where's
no,
Snowland on here? Do we think it's worse than Snowland?
No.
Like
no, it's
I
above
don't think
Snowland
so. It is above Snowland. Where do I have Snowland on here?
on the
Bad,
bottom.
terrible.
Do I have it in bad?
Yeah.
I thought it was here, up here somewhere.
No,
No,
the
here's
last
Snowland. Okay, not Snowland. I'm sorry, the GameCube one.
okay track was
Oh,
DK
Sherbert Do we
7.
think
Oh, sure.
it's worse than
Sherbert?
Sherbert
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna put it above Mario Circuit 3, but below Cheese Lane? No, I'm gonna put it above
Alright.
Cheese Lane.
This track bangs. Bowser's Castle
Yes.
3.
So this is what people think the actual best Super Nintendo track is, and even though I'm a Rainbow Road stan,
Mhm.
I'm inclined to agree. This track's actually amazing.
This is what you need to do with the SNES tracks to make them good.
We need to modernize them. Absolutely. It looks stunning. It looks like a modernized version of the SNES Bowser Castles levels.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely great. I guess we could just stop talking about looks now.
It's got great music.
It's got great music. It's a little on the shorter side.
But that was
But,
was
like-
the SNES tracks and you did like 5 laps.
I think this game would have benefited from having 5 laps. 120 billion%.
Or at least letting you pick
No,
how many
I love
laps.
this course. To me, it is I would have put it at the bottom of my awesome, but it would still be an awesome.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
All right, what do you think, Yoshi?
Honestly, I like Bowser. I really like the Bowser Castle of this. I guess I think it's like a tiny bit short, but like aside from that,
Yeah,
That's why I
I
only
just,
complain. It's
Yeah.
short.
yeah,
Like,
I
some
guess
of
I'll
these
put,
tracks, I should play more of it.
yeah, I'll put it in
Alright.
awesome as well.
All right.
So we all have it in awesome.
Yep.
I had it at the bottom of awesome, so I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Yeah.
We Rainbow Road.
The last
track,
one. This is it.
to me, that suffers from the most recency bias. Because I just want to talk about this course a bit. This is a great course.
Mhm.
This is not a top 5 course in the game. And for a certain 2000 listed like poll of people who put it as the best course in the game,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but no. Is this course great? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love some of the changes they made to it. I think that with the half pipe going to the other section, the fact that you could cut the half pipe entirely, just do a sharp drift, incredible.
Mhm.
I think this is probably the best Rainbow Road in this game. I think that is also true, even though I'm a SNES stan.
Yeah, I agree. It's the best Rainbow Road in the game. Aesthetically, it looks great. It's so much fun. It even had some comedy
Absolutely.
happen when I played this for the first time. So check that YouTube video out, by the way. But yeah, I think it's a great track. Very fun. Great way to cap off the booster course pass in its entirety. I wouldn't say awesome, but I would say at the very least great.
So it's 2 great. What do you think, Yoshi?
Great. I really like this Rainbow Road. Of course, this is just nostalgia for me because I love race on this track.
Yeah.
I really have fun with this one in this game. It's not, of course, every world can be easy, but this one is actually just fun. I'll put it next to that Rainbow Road as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's over. I don't know how the fuck we did it, but we did it. We tier listed all
So we
96.
do have a top 4. Awesome. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in great. We have 5, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, 29, 33 tracks in good. I think we have 34 tracks in okay.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks in bad. So we have 11 bad tracks. So, okay, now that we're looking over this list, we're finally at the end of our tier list.
It's over. Oh my God. I'm All right.
What a crazy tier list.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're looking at on here that one of you would be like, that is a travesty, we have that? Or if it were up to me, I'd change this. Or maybe is it as close to perfect as you think it could be from us three as individuals?
I think for the communal, I think it's as good as we're getting.
I will say the only thing I would change is I would add this row below. We're going to turn it purple. We're going to... Nope. I grabbed the wrong one.
Slade's adding a purple row for, like, ultra bad, I guess.
And this is going to be horrible. No, I hate editing.
Slade, you had it right the first time. There you go. Slade on his stream POV is putting a tier below that is ultra bad.
Excite Bike Arena and Baby Park get kicked in here because they're in a league in their own. How bad they are. That would be the only thing I would 100% like. That must change. I do think we weren't willing to give some of these tracks up here enough credit, but that's just my take personally. But I do think we got the top 4 right, absolutely. And then, like I said, there's a lot of good tracks in this game.
Yeah, but
there's also quite a bit of mediocrity too. I think we agree.
Yeah,
there.
like half of it, though, to be fair, is like tour city tracks.
Yeah,
but oh my God, it's over. I'm glad. I was afraid when you suggested, let's do the 96 track tier list, because I was like, oh dear God, but it
was you.
It's over. We've done it.
Well, Byron wanted to do the DLC only. I'm like, well, we have the full context of the game now.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back to this later. Let's just do the whole thing.
Yeah, and we did it. That's our tiers. That's our communal tier list. You could probably get a good idea of what our individual tiers will look like. We'll probably have either links or on screen of what our individual tiers look like. But yeah, that's our Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tier list. All 96 goddamn tracks.
All right, so Yoshi, where can our followers find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Yoshi Phoenix, where I stream 5 days a week. I also sometimes post stuff on YouTube at Yoshi PHX, Yoshi Feeks.
Hey, get your VODs channel started. Get your VODs.
Listen, there's a lot of highlights, or a lot of shit I need to like download. I bought a thing for it, but like, God, it's gonna take forever.
But yeah.
Alrighty, that's gonna be it for this extremely long video.
Yeah, God.
I think we're just relieved to have it over.
Yeah, dear God, but
dear God. Anyways, 96 tracks, everybody.
96 tracks.
Let us know in the comments below if you agree or disagree.
Yeah, what did you think? Yeah, what did you think of those tier lists? And if you enjoyed this and want more tier list type content, hit that like button. Subscribe to Who the Hell Asked and ring that notification bell and set your notifications to all so you get updated on when we hit you with that gaming news, including upcoming Game Awards. recapping
That's right.
the winners and seeing what all the big announcements were from that coming up pretty soon, actually.
That's right. We are looking forward to that. But that's going to do it for this long episode,
Yeah,
guys. This has
jeez.
been Slade.
And this has been Byron. Hope you all have a good day, good night, and goodbye.